was wildly epic.
What a fade.
That was huge.
That fade dope.
Mm-hmm. Hello. Sorry, I should make it more epic, I suppose.
Herb of dirt.
Oh, wow.
Not now, Herb of Dirt. You're gonna make us cry.
Still too soon.
Just throwing it right out there. Why not?
Tossing truth balls left and
Truth
right.
balls?
You heard what I said.
All right.
All right, here we go. Mm.
Bravo. Oh, and that was
Wow.
a
We've
mighty,
received our
mighty
compliment
fine
for the
fade.
evening.
Nicely
Wrap it up.
cued.
We're going home. Going home, boyos.
Yeah.
Welcome to episode
23
of ExalTwitch.
I hope that we're not soon characterless.
No. Yikes.
You're
wow.
never characterless.
If Larps the series taught me anything,
It
which
said
it
yes,
never
yes, you
character,
are.
which it really didn't,
didn't.
anything.
Nope,
You're
definitely not.
never characterless. There's always one. Well, that was fun. So,
It sure is on alcohols.
oh, sorry, I shouldn't.
Many alcohols.
So, need to get little like stickers to cover your.
Yeah, I
Labels?
suppose, eh?
I don't care.
Yeah, but that
Oops.
stuff looked cool though.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
little like indie thing. It's fine. How's everybody out there?
Hello, Kung Fu Fenris.
Kung Fu.
Hi everybody. It's pouring rain outside here. It's gray.
And humido. That's how we say humid in Canada.
No,
No, it's not.
no, it's not.
Damn it.
Humid.
Guys! Oh dear.
Ikoran throws out
A nice prediction.
a pretty safe prediction.
I was gonna say,
Ah,
We
I
should just
didn't
do
see
it
the
ourselves.
exam results, Crosshair. You're so mean for waiting until the session.
Yeah. So let's check it out. Okay.
whoa!
Yeah, last
personal,
place. Last
personal.
place.
No, you're not. You're first place.
Oh. I was looking at
snap.
that.
Ooh.
Oops.
Oh,
Very
snap.
strict on phrasing, little boy.
Oh, you were strict on phrasing. Well then.
Oh.
Yikes.
Yeah, I got 3 on 3 because I've seen your character sheets.
Right.
Come on, Crosshair. You didn't say to list all of the intimacies.
Bright side, this is a good question. You just finished day 9. Completely up to you. There's definitely some
ahoy.
pretty major things that have happened between day 9 and now. And also some new characters that we're seeing on a fairly regular basis that were not introduced at the point where you are at. But it's your call. If you're really concerned about spoilers, I never want to like discourage
No,
anyone from
watch.
watching live, but I also want your experience to be the best it can be.
You have exactly 10 minutes to catch up on episode recaps on ExalTwitch.com. They're actually
It's true.
They're not super lengthy. We have one per episode.
You can skim them.
I mean, I think that really what it comes down to is people's preferences towards spoilers or not. Some people really don't mind. Some
I don't
people
mind.
really mind.
You really don't.
I really don't care about spoilers. I go out looking for like if people are like, oh my gosh, something huge happened on Game of Thrones last night, I'm like, well, I'm 6 episodes behind, but I got to know, and so I'll Google what happened on Game of Thrones last night and I'll read about it.
Well, either way, Tuxander, along with Breadside, welcome. I mean,
Yeah.
great to see you guys. Great to see some new people in here. Our official recommendation is it's up to you. You can either read episode synopses on our website at exaltwitch.com. My players tend to point when I point at that website. There you go.
Nice.
Oh,
job.
damn it. There we go.
You can also watch, all of the episodes are currently available on YouTube. Some people watch them at 1.5x speed on YouTube, which I hear is a good way to get through.
We sound like chipmunks.
We all sound like chipmunks. And Kate sounds like a mega chipmunk.
Because I already sound like a chipmunk.
Mega chipmunk.
Right.
I really like the idea of watching like a really powerful emotional moment, except that all of us are speaking really quickly.
We're,
and
like,
the
rushing
long
through
pauses
it.
are now not as long.
Oh, so it's like running an Italian in theater, right? Where everyone's
Right,
talking
exactly.
really fast through their lines?
Yeah. That's it.
Spokane, Washington, where's my super suit is 32 degrees Celsius. That sucks.
I'm surprised.
That is a lot.
32C.
You'd think coastal cities would be a bit more moderate, but there you go. Well, it's great to see all of you here.
Well,
Thank you, Brightside.
Honestly, a lot of people get their first taste of ExalTwitch just by tuning in, and so it's up to you. But if you're already enjoying the story as it's happening so far, then we'll wait for you to catch up. We'll just not play until
And
no more sessions until
you can still participate in the discussion just by commenting on the videos on YouTube, or you can tweet at us if there were any moments that you had questions about or just something that you wanted to mention to us. Feel free, because we are all very responsive, and we do monitor those YouTube comments, especially me, because it's my channel.
Thank you, Liz.
Yes.
You're welcome.
Yeah, please.
You are welcome.
It's tough. Like I wish there was like an auto Google Plus suggest thing on YouTube where you could suggest, like tag people.
I know. Well, you can do it sometimes.
That's
it's
true.
weird. It
Yeah.
doesn't always let me. Oh wow.
Times 2 speed. I love it.
There's
Not bad.
certain
Where's my super
points
suit?
with at least with, I find, with ExalTwitch where I have to slow it down, but those are usually like peak intense moments.
Peak intense moments.
Maybe we'll have one today.
Peak intense moments sounds like cover band for
Or it's
System of a Down.
Nice.
Yep, that works.
Wait, why would you want to cover it? Oh,
it's that or
they're
Why
perfect.
would you not?
They're
intense moments, and then it's completely different.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's true.
it's naughty camping.
Naughty camping
My.
with Val, Jorek, and Ray.
I didn't agree to any camping trip.
No, just with Ray and Ember.
Yeah.
Or maybe we'll see.
Foxy and Honey Lips out on the town.
Foxy and Honey
Yuck.
Lips out on the town.
Yuck.
Yikes.
You know, the term honey lips. is
Okay.
Still don't have a dice cam in for you
Different.
guys, unfortunately.
Okay, and spooky.
But you do have a fancy old
Tower.
tower. Which is
Ew.
nice.
We may not actually have as long of an intro on this one. We might
Yeah.
get into it a little faster. But,
Yeah, I mean,
oh, did we get Hay Wheel in?
I'm not sure.
I think so.
Oh, someone said hate wheel.
Hay Wheel is in, so.
Yep.
Hello.
As Ekorin has been kind enough to say, I've really enjoyed Miracles of the Soul Exalted. I'll be honest, I haven't looked at all the charms. I only looked at the ones that apply to Val because I'm super
Because you're
selfish like
selfish.
Oh, dude, I made a beeline for Brawl.
But amazing. Thank you to you
Yeah.
and all of the team at the Onyx Path who worked on it.
And the backers who contributed their
Yeah,
ideas
yeah.
because you guys are like,
Great.
very
I love
creative.
the idea of sorry to interrupt, like a
course.
person suggesting a charm. Oh, I want my character to be able to do this, and then I was going to say the team, Hay Wheel, sort of like
And Holden. And
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's true. My mistake. Just kind of like molding that into something that works within the mechanics of it, and like how how that would have to feel. It's cool. I like the idea.
So special thanks to everyone out there who tweeted me a hashtag guest gift. I had a great birthday because of that. Knowing that you guys are playing
No
again-
other reason.
No other reason at all.
Didn't see anyone, didn't have cake, none of that.
Whatever.
No, I was just really pleased to see that that people are enjoying this game. That's what I wanted to see. That's what I asked for.
At least half as much as we are. Murky.
I'm just waiting for Dragon Blooded to come out so that I can more fully flesh out the people who will kill you.
Or do other things with you.
Yeah!
I find when it comes to the Exalted mechanics,
What?
when people are complaining about the mechanics, it's because they haven't played with them. Because it's the feel. Like, yes, they're complicated, but when you play them, they feel so good.
Yeah, baby. But
Much like
Mechanics,
dating.
they feel
like-
so good.
It's so hard to
What the-
date, and yet when you do,
What?
Feels so good.
words are so good.
What?
Dating?
Oh, in dating. Okay.
Yeah.
Scott and I are just looking at each other and giggling because,
Yeah, I know. You guys, it took you a long time to... Oh, wow, Scott.
Nobody can see it.
So that was just for me. Thank you.
Oops. It feels so good.
Okay.
I think now, though, would be a pretty good time for us to tune in to one of my favorite parts of ExalTwitch, which would be our recapped.
Yes.
So
Yes.
let's have a listen to our very own Captain Daff and his recap of episode 22.
Last time on ExalTwitch. Speaks of Silence checks out the manse. Valeria has found no evidence of the disease being real. The group comes up with a terrible plan to trick Crest Exaltant into believing the disease has been cured. Jorek gives Silence his bed and takes the first watch. Rey tells Jorek to go to bed. Jorek breaks. Jorek steals from Alvor and hits on Silence. Silence heads topside to girl talk with Rey. John breaks our hearts all over again. Jorek takes Exquisite Tide's red gem drug and has a vision. The next morning, they head out to Crest's airship. Crest serves tea and biscuits. Jorek gets uppity. Val tries to smooth things over. They board the Dream Prison and meet Rain After Storms, the ship's engine, who feeds on Jorek's sadness. Our heroes offer to rescue Crest's husband from House Tepet's captivity. Crest busts Jorek's red powder. Jorek destroys it. Silence kisses Valeria and is mad at Jorek. Heading back to Nexus, they come across the guy from the tea shop, who faints. Who is following our heroes in the river? Who is informing House Tepet? And where is Exquisite Tide? Find out on ExalTwitch now.
Find out on ExalTwitch now.
As opposed to later.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Find out
Back
on
it up,
ExalTwitch. Maybe
Yeah.
like 7 minutes.
Or something.
Yeah, our plans are special.
Hey, look, you call us out. I respect that. Stupid plan. All right, okay.
We don't often have good plans. I'm trying to think of the last plan we had that was legitimately good.
We have a lot of obstacles, Liz.
We do. A lot.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Well, if anyone in the chat has any questions for either the players or myself, now's the time to ask, because we're going to get started very shortly.
Oh, thanks.
Where's my super suit?
Oh, thanks, Herp of Derp.
It's not community selected, but we accept 60-second or less recaps of the previous episode at ExalTwitch@gmail.com if you ever want to send one.
Yep.
The reason why we call it the recapped is because our most common contributor is Captain Daff.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And they're awesome. So we love it.
Yep.
So if anybody has a wish or a need to send in their recap, please by all means.
Yes.
Yes, I love
We
it.
love listening to them.
Plans. What heresy is this?
Anitstow really doesn't like Fitty Dirge.
Well,
That's okay.
I think most of us have at least minor ties of like hatred towards him too.
Intimacies towards that dude.
Wow. Damn.
Ooh,
Uncomfortable
nice.
attraction.
Thank you, Edmund.
And intense hatred.
Start taking notes.
Oh, dear. Yeah, I got notes. I'm doing notes.
I'm not ready for the crosshair, which is why I'm writing my speech now. Oh, I don't like that. That means danger.
Does it?
It can.
I'm pretty sure John just sitting there means danger.
Sorry.
But it can also mean
Oh, hi, guys.
sweet loving times.
Should I just
for
like zoom in the
certain
camera
players.
like
Yep.
That.
Yep.
But please don't. Our focus.
Because we'll
our
all
precious
start
focus.
puking.
Just everyone everywhere.
When you wake up in the morning, you always expect it to be a day. Maybe you have to go to work. Maybe you have the day off. Maybe you have a doctor's appointment. Maybe it's even your birthday. But when you wake up, there's going to be a day. Just, we don't always know when that day is going to be something different. When it's going to be a day that things go sideways. Now, sometimes that's for the best. Sometimes you get the news. You've landed the promotion that you've always been wanting, or you have finally won the lottery. Oftentimes these are not the most pleasant of times. It could be a death. It could be an illness. It could be a disaster. It could even just be a news story that you hear on your way to work. But sometimes when you wake up, you know that things just aren't going to be the same after this day. The hard part about that is that change is difficult. Change can often be difficult for anybody, even the Solar Exalted. The notion that things can't progress the way that they always have been is a difficult thing to adapt to, even if it's a change that you've brought about yourselves. After all, you're not here to just stand still. There's a reason that you've been exalted, that you have the will and the drive to move forward and affect change. But sometimes change happens whether you want to or not. Now, it's been a common sort of saying that the same word in Mandarin for crisis is also used for opportunity. I'm not sure if that's true all of the time, but today might be a day that you should hold that in mind. We last left you on your way back into Nexus with a very important message to deliver, and a city that's currently openly bleeding, needing your help.
All right. So we are still in the river? About to
No, you've been
spat
kicked out.
into the... Okay.
Regurgitated onto the...
It should be pointed out, though, that Clem is not waiting for you when you arrive.
Okay. So I'm still holding the guy from the tea shop.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to gently put him down and just see if he's conscious at all. No.
Remind me, did he like collapse?
He collapsed, yeah.
I'm going to check his vitals.
He has none. He's not a person. He's breathing ostensibly, but this is not a person. You can't heal him using
That's
your...
fine. But if he's breathing, then that would imply that he still lives.
Okay, well, I guess should just leave him here. He's going to be safer here than...
If we're able to save Nexus, then we can save him.
All right. We'll be back, buddy.
I don't know if he'd appreciate being called buddy by... well,
I think I know him better than all of you.
I met him.
I grew up in Nexus.
Touché.
Mm-hmm.
We have to take stock of how the city is, and then we need to get Valeria somewhere where she can
It's in disarray.
begin to speak.
We're going to stick together, no matter what. Especially with the city and the state. As much as there may be 3 fires, it would be great for us to split up and each put out a fire. We don't want to each be consumed by each fire.
Yep.
I agree. And I'm sure Three-Faced Shadow will be around if we need her.
And was Speaks of Silence with us in the river and getting washed up here? Did she come with us? Oh, hi.
She would have, yeah.
Yeah?
Speaks of Silence probably came with us.
Yes.
Okay.
So,
Technically, you have Speaks of Silence and Three-Faced Shadow.
Oh, good.
Okay.
So they're both here. Oh, so they're both here then.
Oh, we brought our Lunar and our Pet Abyssal.
Fabulous.
our pet Lunar and pet Thistle. Hey, our little
Kill.
princess.
All right. We ready?
I mean, as we'll ever be.
You're right. All right.
And before we go, sorry, but there's something that I think needs to be said. Jorek, is everything okay with you?
Yeah.
Can you handle this?
I can. I have to.
And we're here.
I can't say anything other than I'm sorry. The curse got the better of me, and I'm going to make sure it doesn't happen again. As best I can. Oh, and Ray, I pull out the smash fists, and I pass them to her.
What's that?
Well, this was given to me by Rain After Storms, but I don't think they're for me.
Really?
Yeah, I've seen them before, so I like wrap them around my hands to show you kind of what they might be able to do, and then pass them over.
I'm gonna have them on.
Okay, well, they're quite heavy when you first put them on.
All right.
They do have a certain amount of weight to them. Not an inconsequential one, but after... I mean, I assume that as you're sort of, gathering your bearings and on your way, you can attune to them. It will cost you 5 months to attune to these, which you can spend using either personal or peripheral. It's up to you.
And then they're committed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is committed. Here's the stats. It's a light artifact melee weapon, so you'll be able to see there. And make adjustments to your sheet as you see fit.
Oh, so it's melee.
Yeah, this counts as a melee.
Oh, well then I don't.
Well, it's your fists count as melee as well.
Oh, they do? Okay. That's
Yes.
because it's not a melee. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, it's melee or thrown
Or
or
range.
archery.
Yeah.
That's how
So
they
it's a
define
light-
artifacts. Yeah.
Melee.
Yeah, that's a distance category.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But I understand the confusion.
Yes.
I was also confused for a
I
second.
was like, what?
Useless.
I hurl them into the river. Oh my god.
Jorek dives in after them.
Jorek. In your mind, are you going to listen to me now?
I turn away from these two because this is all just like way too much. The past 24 hours have been too much. I thought you were gone.
I remember you holding me tightly. Was that to punish me or to reassure me?
I was very damaged. I hope you can forgive me. Reach back and make sure she's still there.
You're going to reach back and fondle your bow just a little
Rub
bit.
the nub a little bit.
Oh
Rub
boy.
You brought this on yourself. Oh, sorry.
Thank you, John.
This is my life.
Wow. Jorek, thank you.
For the record, you now can also parry melee without a stunt.
Nice. Of course, I mean, from a purely technical standpoint, what am I going to do with them?
But
Sell
still, I
them?
mean, you gave that creature your sadness, and she gave you these, and they're worthless to you. So
There's always more sadness to be had. I'm joking. Ray, come on. I'm joking.
okay. Thanks, buddy. And I kind of
You go for the fist bump?
give him a little punch
Ah!
with
You
the
fall back
smash.
into the-
He just flies back.
Oh, shit.
Starts bleeding from every hole in his body and a few new ones.
Yikes.
Great. On break, I will find a more
Well, I hope
reasonable way to put these on the sheet.
I hope they're useful. I mean, I hope we don't need
I
them.
can think of a few uses for them right off the bat.
I take a step away.
Because even if they take those away, it's not like it'll really set you back too much.
Yeah.
They're just a little bit of an added bonus.
All right.
We should get going.
Yeah.
So I assume we're at our usual underground passage.
Yes.
Okay. So that's
Our checkpoint.
relatively close to the stage. It's in the same neighborhood.
Yes, it's quite close.
As soon as we leave, I'm just going to be generally looking if I see any member of the Golden Tigers crossing my path.
Cool. Nice.
Well, I
Cool.
mean, yeah. Let's. We should step out and just sort of take stock.
Yeah. Step out, take stock, and
Get you to your stage.
Probably head to the stage unless it seems that there's something else we should do. Let's try to stay focused.
Okay.
We can try to fix Nexus.
I have to.
I'll let these two go first, and I'll just make sure that Speaks of Silence and Three Fates Shadow are with us.
Speaks of Silence seems like she's very much willing to just sort of take up the rear. Does not seem inclined to speak to anybody, but has been listening intently. Three Fates Shadow, on the other hand, is much more likely to try to go up, either first or second, depending what people will let her do.
If she makes a move to walk first, I'll let her. If she wants to stay astride, she can stay astride. But Val isn't going to hide in the back.
And I'm gonna stay back with Speaks of Silence.
I'm up front.
Yeah.
What up?
When you reach the top, this is not the Nexus that you've known. Even for the slums, this is bad. Various homes seem to have had various parts of their dwellings damaged, either their doors or windows. It seems that people are looting, and looting even those who don't have a lot to begin with. While there isn't anything specifically on fire at the moment, there just aren't people out in the streets currently. Except for the occasional roving band that you can see that just is walking together as a group, moving around, probably seeing where they can attack with the least amount of resistance. But others have decided to stay at home and try to protect what meager belongings they already have.
In my immediate vicinity, do I see any looting going on?
Any, like, actual acts of
Yeah.
looting? No, not currently.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Well, we need to get there and we can see if we can have people congregate, and if not, we need to go door to door. Get this message spread. Hopefully get the panic under control. Show that we're a force here. Show that we are going to make things safe.
Nexus is too big to start going door to door.
We can enlist people.
My followers will listen.
All right.
Let's start from there.
Yes, indeed.
Shall I ensure that you remain unmolested?
Yes, please. Warn us of any danger. You don't have to face it on your own. We're a team.
She pauses at that. You might even say that she takes a half second. And then she and then she turns and then heads off into an alleyway.
Is Speaks of Silence in her regular form?
Quote
Like her
unquote.
quote unquote regular, like her human form?
No. She's in a...
She's just there? Oh, okay.
No, she's in her fox form.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh, that's great. Never mind.
Well, let's do some keen hearing and touch technique. Yeah, for one scene.
Oh, very good. Do we have to enable that feature, John? It's an extra.
So, yeah, as Three Fates Shadow kind of heads off and Speaks of Silence is a fox, we'll start heading for the stage and see if anybody can excuse me, see if we can attract anybody's attention on the way.
Well, at the moment, people don't seem to be paying very much attention to you as you're moving through, which in and of itself should be odd. At this point now, especially Val in this area and Rey are known. But people aren't coming out.
They're focused on their own problems right now. Start from the stage. See what we can accomplish there.
Okay.
It's as good a place as any.
Alright, so you're up on the stage.
Alright. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
I
wasn't
if we successfully arrive at the stave, then
Fabulous.
sure. I'd like you
Fabulous.
guys to stand with me.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I stand up with Val as well and back a
And,
little bit.
I'm gonna start increasing my strength.
I've activated Harmonious Presence Meditation.
Fancy charms.
We're just gonna start buffing ourselves like.
Yep.
That's how we always used to do it when playing vampire. If you were spending blood, you'd be like 1 blood,
Yeah.
2 blood, 3 blood.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Well.
People of Nexus, the disease is no more. Does anyone stop? Does anyone listen?
Well, at the moment, nobody's even present at the stage. It's like a ghost town. But your voice is being naturally amplified a bit by the force of your essence, so people most likely can hear you, although people aren't coming out yet.
And though it would benefit me to take credit, all I have done is confirmed that it is gone. It is my understanding that House Teppet and their army came to hold the quarantine. There were flyers distributed to that effect quite recently. We, and I just gesture to myself and my friends, will remind them of this. You will remind them of this. Nexus is hurting. Trade needs to be restored, and we will assure that. All of us. Because that is what Nexus needs. It needs to breathe. You are all suffering with what has happened in the last few days. And I will do my utmost to restore Nexus, not only to what it was, but ideally to something better than what it was, because from the ashes we can rebuild, and we can try to do better than before, even if we have less. With the right intention, we all can move forward from what has happened, stronger. Perhaps hurt emotionally or physically, perhaps with losses, but we can do this.
I'm going to have you roll. I'm going to want you to roll your charisma presence.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give you 2 dice, 1 extra success, 1 point of willpower.
Awesome.
2 dice.
You're welcome to spend willpower on this roll in order to balance out the willpower that you're about to gain.
Okay, thank you.
May I...
And
oh, yeah.
what type of, is this an instill or persuade? Or what kind of action do you consider what I'm doing?
This is an inspire.
Inspire?
You're not really trying to get somebody to believe in you. Right now, you're trying to you can say an emotion that you're trying to instill in them. At that point, then
Hope.
you're more like, inspire into them.
Hope,
Hope? See, like that would be what you're trying to do at this point.
specifically.
Yeah. Sorry, what are you looking
No,
for?
I kind of want to assist her by, as she's sort of drawing to a close, like yelling as loud as I can as well.
Oh, God. What's my...
The angel of, the angel of Nexus has called you out of your homes. Come and stand with her. We will restart trade. We will make Nexus what it used to be.
Presence.
Kind of contradicts what she said. Yeah. What you doing over there?
I'm doing Diamond Body Prana.
She's talking. You're just like.
Just getting ready for a fight, man.
She's flexing. She's flexing.
I want to be impressive, and I also want to be the very best.
Like no one ever was.
Yeah. So.
I've spent those notes.
I'd like my call to be a roll as well, but perhaps you want to wait for hers to.
Yours is you are actually specifically trying to get them to do something.
To persuade,
Yeah, this is a persuade.
based on an intimacy of awe for Valeria, the
Yep.
angel of Nexus.
We'll let her make her roll
Yeah.
first.
Okay, I'm gonna leave it at that. And I have one automatic success.
Ow.
7 successes.
Does
8
that
successes.
Does that include these extra
One
successes
automatic,
that you got?
yes. 1,
Did you
2,
spend
3,
willpower
4,
on this roll?
5. You're right. What does that do? Add a die?
No, it's
One
adds one
success.
One
success.
success, so that's 2. Okay, hold on. Then that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 successes.
Now you can use your roll.
Thank you.
It's a lot of successes. You can feel an ice. Did you spend on charms on that one?
Yes.
Beyond your original Harmonious?
Just Harmonious.
Just Harmonious.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's nothing else that was relevant. They're all for other actions, other types of social influence. 9.
3 notes for success, you betcha. Get a free die here.
You can see that people are starting, like when you're about halfway through what you're saying, people's faces start appearing at their windows, broken or not. And then, how many successes?
8!
Yes, Scott.
Did you roll your 2 extra dice for your stunt?
I did not.
So,
Thank you. Another one.
another one. So 9.
9 successes.
Holy mother of balls, these smash fists are good. Sorry. No, I'm good.
Just wait until you find out what they do.
Heck. My weapon damage is now at 17.
Maybe yours will talk to you in a funny voice. I'm kidding.
Maybe not.
Whoa! Oh.
The longer that she stays attuned to them, the more that she'll find out about them.
Mine's only 12. Dang it, biatch.
Damn, Daniel. All right.
People start filtering out of their homes. And they start approaching the stage. If you remember what it was like when you were healing everybody, it feels very much like that. For one thing, are you feeding them also at all?
Thank you.
Ooh.
I think I have to talk for an hour.
I'm so hungry.
I would have to talk
Jesus,
for an
that's
hour.
a lot of talking.
Okay, so,
I'm not delivering a sermon.
alright.
Must last at least an hour, yeah. I would, but I need to assess this.
So the people start
Sounds
coming
like
in.
accuracy.
Do you remember the girl
Mm-hmm.
from when you were outside Blue Sky? She's the first one to come.
Instead.
John.
Sorry.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
And as they all filter in towards the stage, they all just sit. They're not standing. They're not cheering. But they're being calm, possibly for the first time in the last couple of days.
It is nice to see people here. Look around yourselves. Look at your neighbors. Strangers. You're all united as people of Nexus, whether you were born here or came here last week. This is a great city, and it is full of great people. Yes, there are bad apples, but don't let that spoil this for you. Together, united, we are so strong. You are all so strong. Take this moment, enjoy this peace, because there has been strife, and there will be strife. It will be a struggle to rebuild. As much as we have the means, that doesn't mean it will be easy.
But we don't have anything to sell. We don't have anything to buy. Everything's been cut off.
The armies have been told of the cure. If they don't leave within the next 24 hours, I will make it my mission to get them out of here. With whatever means necessary. I only hope that they will have the honor to follow through with their word.
We understand. And then John turns around. We have to tell everyone else. We
Thank
have
you.
to get them here.
Bring them here, spread the word. I'm going to stay for the next hour. Anyone who is hungry, anyone who is wanting, please take a seat, rest your weary bones, and enjoy this moment of peace. You have earned it. You deserve it. Tomorrow will be hard, whether the army is gone or not.
I'd also like to, if anyone has any specific economic troubles or concerns that they would like to bring forward as a representative of the guild, I'm more than happy to hear any petitions. Any particular merchandise that should be brought into the city, any particular troubles other than this army blockading. I'm more than happy to hear any petitions now.
And if you have anyone threatening your homes or your families, affecting your business and your ability to do trade, you come see me.
I give Ray a subtle fist bump, if I may.
You start
Sick.
seeing that golden tigers are taking position on the rooftops and the buildings that are around. They just seem to be keeping an eye out, but every once in a while they flash you an okay.
If there's one on the ground, I'm gonna gesture to them to come over.
I'm just going to take a moment to turn to you guys and say, would you like to each take one side of the stage, let people approach you? I'm going to tell a tale.
Okay.
I'm gonna get a really long piece of parchment.
A short, stocky member of the Golden Tigers walk us up. She's got leather belts that are just stretched across her chest in like a really meat sauce way of having leather armor.
This isn't the one I spoke to before.
No,
is it? Okay.
it's not.
Hey, what's your name?
Lana.
Lana. We need as many people as possible to come listen to her.
So you're saying you want me to go out there and encourage people to come here?
We're gonna need to do some dividing of responsibilities here. We need a few people to stay and keep an eye on the stage. We need a few people to go and gather.
We got people watching, but it would be easier for us to get people to get over here if you had some kind of symbol for us to give.
Symbol, eh?
I didn't take that charm.
Hey, Val, do you have any, like, item or something that I can give the Golden Tigers? They're gonna start bringing people over here. Something like the Angel of Nexus needs you, that kind of thing.
Hand them a thing? Or...
Like some kind of, like, I don't know, a banner for you, or, you have any ideas? No, you don't. Okay.
I'm not quite sure what they need. Can you explain what you're looking for?
I need something that proves that I'm speaking on your behalf. It's very nice, your words. It's nice. I like it. You got good
It's
words.
going to be heavy.
She takes it and she's just like, whatever, and then like it falls almost right down to the ground until she wrenches it back up. Remember that to her this weighs about 20 pounds.
Yeah.
Okay, and she hefts it so that she has it above her head, and she jogs off.
Nice.
And I'm going to recount a tale that was told often to young children in the 100 Kingdoms of a time when there was peace, when all the fighting was for a reason, because that was the only thing that would let children sleep through the constant warfare, was the idea that yes, there was a reason, that eventually there would be peace. The fighting has a purpose.
Some people are listening to you. One thing that I can point out is that those people who are moving in bands seem to be separating as you're talking. There's a line that starts forming to talk to you. People who are talking about their shipments of whatever which haven't made it, or that they haven't been working because the people who would normally be hiring them to move things or lift things or load things or unload things have not needed their services, and so they haven't been paid. A lot of these people are just needing somebody to listen to their grievances as opposed to needing somebody to do something about them. Others find themselves in more serious financial difficulty. The people who are approaching you are mostly approaching you from a wariness. There's a little bit of, am I really approaching you here that they're doing? but they don't really have anything else to report other than just to thank you. It's perhaps not as soul-bearing as what they're doing for Jorek, but at the same time, there's this very heartfelt sentiment that they're appreciative that you're there for them.
And that's definitely catching me off guard, because these are people that I've passed in the streets my entire life, and we've never really acknowledged each other's existence before.
Because I'm like,
so
you
get your opportunity to speak for your hour. So if you want to,
Yeah. So right,
1
I'm
hour,
gonna pay
maybe.
for that.
Don't mind if I do.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. And anyone who chooses to accept major intimacy of respect for me also gains 3 bonus dice to all social influence rolls. So the people that are going out spreading the word, if they choose to accept that, then they will be better capable to spread this word and this message. And at a point after maybe the opening to her speech, Val will begin glowing. Because I'm going to activate Majestic Radiant Presence, which causes character to pay a point of willpower to speak against or attack me. Because I'm worried about bad shit happening.
you notice that a contingent of the people, once you start doing that, start breaking off from the crowd, and they're headed towards the wall, which is not terribly far from where you are. And you see that they're climbing. They're assisting themselves, setting up ladders, getting up so that they're standing along the parapets. And they seem just to be... You can actually hear this because you've got... They're just shouting that there's no longer any disease from along the top of the wall, and they're positioning themselves at regular intervals, and the line is starting to spread.
It's working, though.
Thank you, guys. This is how we shine. Next paragraph.
Yes.
Perfect. At a specific moment, I'm gonna re-suggest. I think the wheels have been put into motion. If we want to make sure that the city gets back on its feet, we need to physically make sure that the House Tippett is no longer here. We need to make sure they leave.
We will.
I think we need to go speak to them.
Soon.
Okay. Soon it is.
Soon meaning when I finished my very long story.
I just interrupt you halfway through. I'm like, excuse me, Val. And you're like, shut up.
Well, no, but like between moments I'll pause, take a look around, assess the crowd, keep going.
You can see approaching from the distance
Oh, shit. Yeah, okay.
the ship that you would previously encounter just sitting on the ground is now levitating in the air about maybe about 100 meters up, and it's approaching. It's just floating in through the air, and you'll notice that some of the people who are paying attention to your story look at it and then peer at it for a second, and yet they can't look away from you. So they acknowledge the presence of a massive airship, and at the same time, you are more impressive.
More impressive than an airship.
I'm gonna get to the end of whatever I'm saying if the hour hasn't passed and my story isn't completed. Oh my god, unexpected. I'm just going to say they're showing their force. Hopefully that sign is that they're going.
You can see that papers are now raining down, but not over the city, behind the city walls or past the city walls.
Like outside?
Yes.
Is there one I could get
Well, they're
Could you get-
outside the city walls.
without putting myself into the
Could you
army?
get
You
one
would
of
have to
your
leave
tigers
the
to
city
go
in
get
order
one?
to get one of these papers.
Snatch. Oh, leave the city. Scratch that. We'll go get it in a minute.
That's probably
How
our
long-
savior.
How long
Hopefully.
has passed at this point?
About an hour.
Great. Gonna wrap up my story.
And you can see that the airship is just moving slowly over, just drizzling these papers, and then it's turning and it's moving in towards the city itself.
I'm going to head. Shall we go check on that?
Sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, people of Nexus, I see that the lines are still here. We will return, but we're going to go verify that that is the army leaving. We will return. Thank you.
To the gates!
Here, you run it? Oh my god,
No.
I gotta sprint to keep up.
No.
We're sauntering. Very cash, very cool.
Do anything with...
So you're moving towards the gates itself. Okay. So you now arrive at the gates. You can still see that there's people, and now it's stretching for at least a kilometer along the parapet, and more people are being added. The guards themselves, not having any direction, aren't stopping them.
Right.
But you can hear, now everyone can hear, not just you, just a chant, the disease is gone, the disease is gone, the disease is gone. And murmuring, confused murmurs from the soldiers who are beyond that point.
I think we should open the gates.
Open the gates.
It's time.
So you hear this rumbling, and one of the guards turns to you, who you've previously bribed on a couple of occasions. It's really gone?
Yes.
We're safe?
Safe from the disease.
As soon as they leave, we'll be back. Nexus will be back to the way it was as quickly as we can.
So the doors open up, and the airship is now approaching, and it's much closer than it once was. You can see that there's a figure standing at the bow of the ship.
If I squint, can I tell who it is?
No.
Damn it. What if I squint really hard? Yo.
You can see into the sun. Your eyes just burn out of their sockets. Everything's gone.
Blind Jorek.
Hashtag eyeless Jorek.
Well, let me start healing that.
So the gates open up. You can see the army beyond. I mean, there's still that no man's land that's
Yep.
in between.
Are there any papers in the no man's land?
Not really.
See, we let them know that we're exalted and head over.
I think they know we
I'm
were
so glad.
there last time, remember?
They don't know who we are.
Didn't they? Okay.
Miss Pork Buns, and I just walk. I start walking out.
I'm sub Bowen, so
So the three of us, and hopefully no sort of mortals, but we'll see.
maybe not. Whatever.
Are gonna head out.
Well, you still have a fox that's trailing you,
Oh, that's cool.
if that counts.
Yeah, that's fine. She's like she could be like our familiar or something.
Are familiar.
Uh,
I wonder how she'd react to being called that, but we'll find that
why
out
don't we
another
find
time.
out next time
Yikes.
on ExalTed?
So, I guess we're just walking towards the nearest piece of paper, hey, to see what
Yep.
it says. So some of us can see what it says.
Okay, so you walk past the gates.
Keeping my eye on where the airship is in the army.
And as soon as you step past the gates, you hear a commander say, "Pull! Set!
Oh,
Everyone, get back! I say towards the town and the walls.
Light!" And you can smell pitch as it's being ignited.
I also turn to the walls and start like motioning desperately for people to get back as much as possible.
I'm gonna bellow this, but I don't want to break people's ears. Get back from the walls. The army is betraying everything. Get yourselves clear. Get everyone clear. We will fix this.
pull, and you see catapults launching, pitch over the walls, way past where the people are up on top, and just flinging it into the city itself. The army that's directly in front of you starts to falter slightly, seeing 3 Solar Exalted directly in front of them, but they've planted their shields, and their spears, while quivering slightly, are still pointed directly at you.
What direction have I heard this command coming from?
From the army. I mean,
So not the airship.
But if I can hear it, they can
It's not
possibly
from the
hear me
airship.
if I bellow. Have you no honor?
No, of course.
and then from the airship, you hear, "Unfortunately, today is the last day. The illness has spread too far, too quickly, and it is for the greater good that we must destroy the outer ring of the city to protect those in power in the center."
Bullshit. The people
The
in
airship starts lowering.
The people in power in the center were murdered by none other than you, by your very own hand. And now you're claiming to be protecting them. I turn towards the quivering soldiers. That man.
You see the 6 dragon-blooded who were on the deck of the ship before are now standing, and Fiddy Dirge walks over to one of them and delivers a solid kick to his back. He falls off the side, and you can see the noose around his neck as he just drops underneath the ship and starts swinging. His hands clutching at the rope and pulling, trying to keep it from breaking his own neck.
Jorek, can you
He
tell-
has the strength to prevent that, but he's still dangling from the bottom of the ship.
Jorek. I'm gonna...
Yep, I'm gonna... So, I'd like to attempt a trick shot. I'd like
Amazing.
to attempt to
Good job, Scott.
knock the rope out, and then someone's gonna have to catch this dude. Unless he can fly. Alright, here we go. He could be an air immaculate. So I'm gonna grab heartstring, grab an arrow. I'm gonna say, please don't fail me. And just like...
I'm gonna start maneuvering to try to stand underneath him.
And I'm gonna turn to the quivering army
You're saying
again.
specifically, please don't fail me?
Yes.
Okay.
And turning... Oh.
Are we ready? Make
you-
history, Jorek.
I am history. And then I go, wait, what did I just say? No, I'm just kidding.
Alright, so that's 2 dice, 1 extra success, 1 willpower, because I really like that. And fire your arrow.
I'm gonna turn to the army and say, I need say no more, one of your own men. And I'm just going to...
Well, he's not really one of their men.
No, the one who was
the
pushed
person
off
who's
the edge.
being
Okay.
hung? Yeah.
3 dice. Yeah, fine. Oh boy. Let's go one more.
I have done the long term for my harmonious presence, so until I deactivate the motes, I'm super present. So present.
You're so present, Kate.
Nice.
That's a pretty good roll,
Your
buddy.
difficulty's 5.
8.
Are you adding essence to this arrow at all? Did you...
I spent motes on the roll, yeah. I did not use my wise arrow.
Okay, but you're not igniting the arrow as it goes.
Oh, no.
Okay, so you see one arrow just arc out gracefully, and it splits the rope perfectly. And the guy starts to drop. And you see that people who you've previously spoken to are rushing underneath, ready to catch him.
I monkey leap and boom, catch him and then land.
What a badass!
You're not close enough to monkey leap. He's not. You're outside the gate. He's now over where you were, previously.
Oh,
So
sure.
you're, you're far enough away that you actually can't. But the people who you've previously inspired are going to catch him instead.
They don't fuck it up like we did with Pearl.
Hey,
So in that case,
yeah, he survived as much as he can from a hit from that crazy lady.
Exactly.
I don't know if this is possible. I don't know how big this airship is, but I want to maneuver so that I'm under the airship and hidden from.
Okay, so
view.
you want to basically move real fast to try to get
Yeah.
into the airship.
Yeah.
Okay, Val.
Can I do some sort of group sense motive on the army?
Yes,
Yeah. Yeah, you can.
Jorek.
Yes. Well, having fired that arrow, I'm gonna turn and, yeah, I'm gonna point at the army, and I'm going to say, I need to speak to your commander now. This is incredibly important. On your honor. And I'd like to try to persuade them to give up their commander based on an intimacy of honor amongst brothers.
All right. Well, seeing as how you just completed a trick shot, I'll give you the 2 extra dice for the stunt there.
Thanks, dude.
Go for that.
Yep.
I botched on the sense motive. Unless I have some sort of bonus to being able to read their motive. Because Val doesn't read motives. So.
The army currently doesn't like. The people at the front don't know why the airship, which is ostensibly one of their most prized possessions, is now flying over the city, which is a reasonably poor tactical decision. Along with, they don't recognize the person in black soul steel, who is now more visible because they've lowered the ship,
Okay.
present at the bow. But otherwise, they're just mostly afraid of you and
Oh, yeah,
Jorek.
That's a great botch.
7. Am I counting? 5, 6, 7, yeah.
Okay. Okay. So they say, "Okay, hold on. We'll find the commander. Just put your weapon down."
Don't worry, you're not my target today. And I sort of aim back up at the airship.
Then another one elbows, "Just go." And they start, and they flee. As you're moving through the streets, you see that there's still people, despite the fact that the airship's there and people are afraid, they're not leaving. They're remaining defiant, and they're actually putting out the fires being caused by the raining pitch at this point, as opposed to leaving it alone or taking advantage of the situation. So the fire is being contained much better than it would have normally. There are a few people who do recognize you as you're moving through, but because you seem like you have a destination in mind, they aren't screwing with you at the moment.
Okay.
That one dude's just like, hey.
At my earliest convenience, I want to climb up onto the roof and start and try to use that to get as close to the underneath of the airship as I can.
Okay. As you start approaching the ship, you can see that there's people who are carrying away the person who was knocked off the deck of the ship. It's the one you intimidated earlier, the one who is mostly in charge of grabbing biscuits. He seems to have been caught by cloth which people stretched out in order to catch him, and they're pulling him away from the area. He's protesting, but it's very clear that he's protesting. I'm like, "No, don't take me away from the ship. No, I have to stay with my comrades." Oh, geez. But they're pulling him away.
Okay, good.
Val?
I'm going to stand my ground with my position being, I guess, just slightly out centered on the gate. assessing the situation.
You see a runner. You know what a runner would be in an army? Somebody whose job it is to relay information from the commander to the army. Run up and plant himself in front of you. He's panting. He's been running very quickly. Our commander is ready to speak. Are you ready to go in? On our honor.
With all of Nexus as our witness. Say I very loudly so that anyone still near the gates can hear me.
I think your default is very loudly, actually.
Yes, I just like now I want to project, but I don't want to deafen the microphone. So
the airship has since ascended a little bit. It's now you're still in range of Monkey Leap if you so choose. But you can see that the other members on the ship all have nooses around their necks. You can't see Crest Exultant.
Yikes!
Okay. I'm yelling for 3 fates as I'm running, like to get there. I'm yelling 3 fates, 3 fates, 3 fates.
And that gets the attention of the person standing at the bow.
Okay, I don't want him. I didn't know I was close enough that he could hear.
Okay, no.
Okay, then I'm not.
All right, so you can call, but I just thought you were getting like you were.
I am trying to get closer, but
you're not yelling 3 fates. So that he can yell.
I'm yelling.
Okay.
Like as I'm running through the thing, and then I'm climbing up, and then I want a monkey leap to attach to the underside of it. I don't want him to see.
I'll let you know when you get there.
Okay, thank you.
Are you going with Val?
Yep.
Okay, so the two of you go in.
We're on the speakers.
Oh boy.
Speakers of the house.
You may never see me again.
No, right now.
I know.
We'll see. Oh boy.
Remember that whole let's stick together?
I was just thinking about that.
Nexus.
Yeah, I know.
As they guide you towards the center of the unit, you can see, holding her Gormal and dressed in her armor, Exquisite Tide stands on a small dais.
You said you wouldn't escape.
Jorek, I need you to roll perception awareness.
Yes.
Oh.
Coming up. I don't remember what my... There we go. So what do I have? 5 perception? Holy shit.
I have a theory, but I might be wrong. I have a theory.
Oh, hello. Standing directly behind Tide is Ember, and he has a knife at the base of her spine.
This is a bit more dangerous than it may look.
It seems that the army has gotten you back. So much for a little fiasco yesterday.
I understand that you require parley.
Yes. You?
Well, I am still, as always, your prisoner. And the army just rotates. And their spears lower.
Towards?
You two. The knife, by the way, at her spine is small, and it's not clear that she's doing it. But he is flashing a little bit of the blade towards you as if to show you and no one else.
But it's like incredibly clear to everyone that he's there. I mean, not
yes, that he's there
everyone,
behind
like,
her.
Right.
And then she raises one hand and closes her fist. Unit Delta, face the true enemy. And then she looks left and right and then snarls, "Now!" And they turn back towards the wall. We may not be sisters yet, but I will not betray you.
Nice to see you in command. It's where you belong.
Where do we go?
The airship, somehow. Are there archers among your ranks?
We can't fire at the airship without risking hitting the people.
Your own.
Not our own. The citizens of the city inside.
Of course. I'm spoiled by certain companions.
We need to talk in your tent, perhaps the commander's tent. Perhaps you should tell your army to ready any grappling hooks they have. We can try to bring it down.
You. Runners start peeling off, and she says, "Come then, into my tent, and we'll discuss this."
Really taking your time, eh, guys?
I'm really scared. You got this. Do you not got this?
Not if
Thank
there's
you,
two
Jorek,
of
for
them.
having the tactical mind.
Here we go.
If one of them's up and down.
You're fine.
Two?
And as they
Wait.
guide into your tent,
Oh boy.
you can hear a ripple of questioning in the army as it moves through. They're obeying Tide's orders, but they are questioning them.
As we're walking towards that, to the closest person I see, you do want to save the people that have been taken hostage on the airship, don't you? They're your own.
He doesn't answer you.
I'm super harmoniously present. He better be affected by it, and then keep walking.
That's true, but he's also a soldier in an army.
Oh yeah. I'm just saying it to the random person, being like, "You."
Yeah, that'll work.
That one guy will be like, "Gosh, you're right. I should want to help my friends." Maybe he'll speak up to one of his other friends.
As you start approaching the base of the airship, close enough so that you can leap onto it, Three Fate's shadow just silently hops back on up into the onto the roof beside you. Your plan.
Infinite Dirge is up there.
It's this day then.
It is.
Then this day will help you. And she crouches and just puts her hand like this.
Would I need her help to do?
No.
Okay. You get yourself up there. Are you alright? Do you need help?
I will always need help. And she starts to run across the rooftop.
What?
Okay. I'm gonna follow.
She jumps.
Cool.
Using a charm very similar to your own. And she just uses the points of her armor to slam into the side of the hull. She holds on with one hand, and then she reaches down with hers.
Leaping.
Okay.
Oh, badass.
Are you trying to leap onto the bottom of the ship?
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm hoping there's a handy emergency hatch or something under the ship.
There are portholes.
Cool, that'll work.
Make her roll more. Just kidding.
So the thing is that there aren't really handholds on the outside of the ship. So you can either grab Three Fate Shadow's hand, who's created a hand.
I'll grab her hand.
Okay, so she holds onto you as the ship continues to circle over the top. You can see that Infinite Dirge, well, you can't see, you can hear him continue to call out down to the citizens of the city, reassuring them that whatever's happening is for their own good.
Okay, so there's no indication that he noticed that we jumped.
Not that you can tell.
Exalted. I look for a convenient point of entry.
Three Fate Shadow just starts swinging you.
Whee!
And then launches you up into the air.
What?
You're now about
Badass!
50 meters up. And now you can reach the porthole and grab it.
I grab it. And then I put my hand down for her.
And she catches it.
And I want to swing her in.
Okay.
This
She
is so cool.
She swings in. You're now both inside the ship.
Ask Jorek to do this.
Oh, that was a vicious scampering.
She's pissed! She's pissed!
I was brought here by one of my captors. I did not violate your oath.
As I could see.
Ember, looking slightly embarrassed, just pockets the knife and steps back. We can drive this army away, but they'll insist that I go with them.
Frankly, I'm shocked that you were able to assume command so readily.
You would be surprised how much this, and she slams her Gormal back into the dirt, has a way with words.
I can imagine. Exquisite Tide, we don't want you to have to leave with them. And of course we need to send the army away. But I think first and foremost we have a very pressing issue at hand. That thing, that creature of darkness, it's a blight on Nexus. I don't know how he got that airship.
No. He's trying to hang members of House Tepet. Good or bad. The wrongs they may have done.
Crest Exultant lost his ship to an abyssal. Very well. But that isn't my concern. My concern is that the army is currently attacking Nexus. We need to get them off this course.
I agree.
Command. Give them orders.
When they realize that I've returned and that I've assumed command of this unit, they'll take me back. I need to confirm that this is what you want. I need you to release me for that to happen.
Do you want to go back with them?
No.
Then we'll find another way.
I'm one. There are so many in that city. If I have to face you again as an enemy, but it means their lives, then I'll do that.
Why not command the army to desist and give up your command?
I can command just this unit.
Then one unit is what we'll use.
Against 2 dragons. I may be an effective commander, but not that effective. However, if I return...
So are the 2 dragons following this man on the airship?
No. But the man on the airship has distributed leaflets informing us that the disease has finally spread to the outer wall.
You know that to be false.
Yes.
And what about the fact that he's hanging members of House Tepet?
They can't see from that distance who they're hanging.
Send runners from your army. Tell
It
them.
would also not be uncommon to hang a traitor.
Thanks. I wish we could release you from your bond at this moment. There's someone we should probably consult. I'm sorry to say.
You realize that if I do return, and I do tell them what I know, the first thing they'll do is they'll force the drug on me.
That's why I don't want to let you return.
Command them to leave. We will speak.
Command who? My unit?
Yes.
Yes.
One unit out of many.
It's progress.
We'll find somebody else, try to convince them that this is all a lie.
I understand. You're now inside the ship.
Cool.
This looks to be quarters. There's beds in and around, hammocks. It looks like a ship that was designed originally to float on water, except that only a few changes have been made to accommodate the fact that now you will be in the air. There isn't anyone here currently, but you can hear muted shouts from beneath, as it appears that Rain After Storms is commanding the others in the engine room to make the changes that are being relayed to her from the deck above.
Can I tell what the commands are?
To continue to circle, to be ready to raise altitude at any moment.
So I look at 3 fates. So do we go for Rain After Storms, or do we go after Dirge?
If we destroy the ship's ability to stay aloft, we can reduce their tactical ability, but we can capture the ship and use it for our own if you think that's possible.
I don't know anything about these ships. All I would know to do is talk to her and hope that she'll listen to us, and I don't see why she would. But there's Sanguine and Dirge up there. Probably.
The two of us may be a match for them, but I cannot guarantee.
Alright, let's go to Rain After Storms first.
Lead the way.
Okay. I'm going that way.
Okay. So you find the hatch that you previously opened, and lying on the other side of the hatch, you see a form that's wrapped in chain and covered in a blanket.
Take the blanket off.
It's Crest Exalted.
Is he alive?
You're not sure. You can do a check, though.
I will! What kind of check would that be?
That would be Perception Medicine.
Oh, cool!
Does my specialty for self work? No.
No, Liz, no.
No, come on.
Okay, 1 success.
He has a heartbeat, but he's clearly not doing
I
well.
want to break the chains.
Okay. You can, as you lift the chain, it feels very cold in your hand. This is not a standard chain. It is made out of something that you don't recognize.
Can I still break it?
What's your strength currently at?
Well, I raised it to 6.
Roll me strength athletics.
Cool.
That's gonna be, yeah. That's magical at all. It's gonna be.
Wow. That is 2.
It's very brittle. You pull it apart relatively easily.
Okay.
Oh.
It feels like iron,
Okay.
but it's very kind of it's much more brittle than you're used to it being.
Shit. I shake Crest Exaltant a little bit. Nothing. Okay. So I'm just gonna push him like aside so he doesn't get trampled on, and then continue on.
So when you open the hatch, you see that Rain After Storms, still sitting in her throne, now with one arm up, reaching up and then splaying directly into the roof. And you see that her fingers are reaching down and are pointing at various places in the rest of the engine room, where the hobgoblins that are inside are constantly running around attempting to follow her directions. She tilts her head.
Rain After Storms.
There isn't sadness in you, only rage. Why are you here?
I need this ship.
Are you in command?
I will be in about 10 minutes, but I thought you might want to get on board sooner.
I have oaths to keep.
You had oaths to keep to Crest Exaltant, and he's lying almost dead outside.
That would be a shame. If he were to die.
It would be, wouldn't it?
I cannot leave this room.
But you're helping an Abyssal. Why?
Because he is in command.
Why is he in command?
There was a mutiny.
What would it take to make you stop helping him?
Assume command.
That's it? If he tells you to bring the airship higher, all I ask is that you not do it.
Even if I wanted to help you, I am bound by my oaths. Assume command of the ship, and you will find me a much
Fine,
nicer-
I'm wasting my time and I leave.
Close the hatch.
Slam the hatch.
Blam.
Like a petulant child.
Yeah,
You were a
like
petulant
Ray is.
And now where are you headed?
Now I am sneaking upstairs.
Do you like drop into a little crouch?
Okay. And sneaking as in you want to try to sneak onto the deck of the ship?
Yeah.
And sure, but the entrance that you know to the deck of the ship, there's only 2 entrances. And the door will have to open. There's only so much stealth that you may be capable of.
Okay, but can I use my hearing just on the other side, on the inside of the hatch, to see whereabouts on the ship he is?
Yes.
Or they are?
Yes.
Great. I would like to know that first.
Infinite Dirge is still on the bow of the ship. You can hear some breathing from others that are still on the side of the ship.
Okay.
As for Sanguine, that's not clear.
All right, here we go. And I kick the hatch open.
Look at me. I am the captain.
Then I'll order them to withdraw.
And we're going to try to deal with that airship. That's the most pressing matter.
Is it? I do not mean to...
It's spreading falsities, causing the attack.
The falsities have already spread. If you destroy the catapults, they would have to charge the city, which they will not do.
Because they think the city is infected. How many catapults are there, do you know?
In this area, 6.
Do you think that possible?
From what I know of you, I don't believe there's anything that's impossible.
If we can at least try to dismantle them, we may draw enough attention to be able to speak with the Lord Commander of this army.
There would be a chance that you might be able to convince him.
Exactly.
Alright,
Even if we can just have him stop for an hour or 2.
that'll be enough.
Bring the ship down, deal with that thing, and then we'll send them away.
Tepet Ken Shah can be found in the exact center of this dragon.
I'm sorry, what was that name?
Ken
Tepet Ken Shah. Kensha.
Mute. Perfect.
You can either attack the catapult or you can speak with him, but once you do one, I believe the other may no longer be possible.
Is our fox companion still with us?
Yes.
I'm gonna turn and crouch down. Go help Ray if you can. If you think you can.
If a fox could look agonized...
Thank you. We have Ember now, and if we're going to split the force, we might as well try to split it evenly. Unless, Ember, you would prefer to go to the airship.
It's by my hand that you can maintain control of your prisoner.
Fair.
I took her here because...
As it is. Thank you. Alright. Please, speaks of silence. Thank you.
And she turns and runs out of the tent, casting a look over her shoulder at Jorek for a long moment before continuing.
Look away. Well, Val, what do you think? We can try to sabotage the army, or we can try to persuade it to change
Do you
directions.
know anything of sneaking in and sabotaging war machines?
I've seen them. I don't think I know a lot about...
I'm sure I could attempt to smash something in the mechanics, but our strengths are in...
Whatever you choose, you must choose soon. The door bursts out into the open.
Oh shit, Val.
On the sides of each of the ship, you can see that there are the 5 remaining mutineers. They still all have their nooses around their necks and hands which are bound behind them. Infinite Dirge is standing at the bow, and he turns around and he sees you, and then sees who's behind you. Stops, takes one step down from the bow, and he pulls his diclave out from behind him and lets it fall so that it takes a chunk out of the deck.
I see you're as good a captain as you are a boyfriend.
Finally. Now I get my chance. Are you here to face me one-on-one on the deck of this ship?
I want to fight you. I'm gonna fight you. I'm gonna beat you. But we're getting all these people out of here first.
Why? Do you not want witnesses to my great demise?
Don't need it. Knowing your dad will be thanks enough. Or whatever it is you do.
Raise the ship 400 meters. And you feel the ship shudder slightly before it rises higher and higher into the air. They don't have to remain. Push them off.
Not a chance. And I want to rush him.
So we're rolling join battle then.
We are. We sure are.
Roll join battle.
I know.
We love it.
I'm just like, how did we do this? We all agreed to stick together.
I know.
And now... Damn it.
I know.
That's how the Exalted fell. The soul Exalted
It
fell.
sure is.
Hubris.
You're so ready to counter out.
No. I'm not saying that's how Rey fell. I'm saying that's how the former Soul Exalted fell, is by constantly splitting the party.
Yep.
Not him dead.
No, I'm not
Or
saying
just
Rey's
off.
dead. I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
still doing the same old, same old.
All right. Here we go.
Oh, beautiful.
Okay. I understand the 9 and the 6 on this die.
Only 5? Blech. All right. And yours?
10.
10 total.
Right.
Yikes. 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 Yikes.
So you're rushing.
Yep. I want to do an Ox Stunning Blow. Sorry, everyone. I am now down to 9 initiative.
Crazy.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, I'll just do that. Let's do... Okay.
Excuse me?
Gotta
There
use
we go.
my brand new... Okay,
Let's throw this all the way in there.
Oh, great. So, okay, yes, I am rushing him, as in, I'm gonna run, but I want to jump off a mound of ropes that is between me and him, and use that as extra propulsion to just throw myself at him with all my might. Want to drive him into the nearest mast with my shoulder.
Okay. I'll give
Fabulous.
you the second level for that.
Oh,
so
thank you.
2 dice, an extra success, a point of willpower. He is going to attempt to drive you away using his dieclave, whipping it up with the wooden chunk from the deck towards you, and then rotating the blade on its flat to try to divert your attention.
Also, I want to carry over this onslaught penalty.
Fists ahoy. Hey, Val. What do you want to do? Oh, no.
He's spending 5 modes.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
Okay.
Wow.
Your total successes?
It's not going to be enough then. How much did you give me with the stunt?
The stunt, 2 dice, 1 extra success, and 1 point of willpower.
Okay, so I do get that at least. That is... Yeah.
His parry is currently at 11.
Yeah. No, I did that poorly. I miss.
Okay, so he rolls off you, and he just starts to laugh. His action is he walks over and he kicks the... Oh crap, what is that? He kicks the rail, sending the 3 dragon-blooded who are currently standing on that rail over the side. The ropes whispering off the deck and then suddenly growing taut.
Okay.
He turns and faces you and he just shakes his head. I don't mind being alone for this.
Okay.
Our strengths lie in speaking. We're going to hope that he will listen.
Tepet Kensha will halt the army for at least an hour or two, long enough for us to get Rey back, deal with this menace, and then they will leave. That is what we will do. Exquisite Tide, Ember? You know where to find us.
Good luck.
Thank you.
All the best. We're heading into the lion's den here to go speak to Tepet Kensha.
It's probably been it's been over a half hour since I started speaking, so I'm no longer glowing.
1.5 hour.
Yeah, it's been over an hour. So yeah.
Okay.
So I'm at least not walking up. Ding! Yeah.
Hello.
Quite.
Okay, so as you head in, Rey, you can ready your next action, because we'll be in round, so gain 5 motes back. So.
Do I know what... Oh, Three Fates didn't roll.
You
didn't roll initiative?
She has not rolled initiative yet, no.
I see. Okay.
So it's still you guys. I'm just informing you that she can
Mm-hmm.
prepare her next action. So as you leave, one of the runners comes up to you.
Mm-hmm.
What do you need? Am I to escort you back out of here?
Yes. Towards the center of the dragon commanded by Tepet Kensha. And if you wouldn't mind sending yourself for another one of the runners ahead to let him know that representatives of Nexus are requesting a parley to solve this matter.
We're asking for a truce.
A brief ceasefire, even.
Yep. Even that would do.
A ceasefire. Okay, and the runner starts guiding you. You see that the army seems to be letting you pass and then closing the area behind you as you're moving further and further into the center of the army.
Sorry.
It doesn't look like they're, deliberately doing it, but they're closing off any avenue that either of you have to escape.
It's alright.
Yeah, it's alright.
Totally alright.
We're good. It's fine.
When you approach the center, you see that this is a very grand tent that's being set up. And sitting outside it, lounging in a chair, is a man who looks like he's got every ounce of him stripped of any fat, just muscle, waiting for you. He's bare-chested, and playing with a couple of dice in his hand as you start to approach. I have the most wonderful guests right here, right in front of me. Can I offer you a drink? Something to eat?
If you'd like, if you'd be so kind. Whatever you have, whatever's convenient.
Why don't you tell me why you're here? And he indicates with his fingers, and almost instantly there are glasses of water and wine being brought alongside some pork buns, which seem to have finally made their way into the center of the camp.
Boy. I take some wine and just sniff it. I don't know. He's not gonna. Actually, I'm not gonna get poisoned, I suppose.
No, you're not.
All right.
Your armies have begun firing on Nexus.
Yes, we have to eradicate this disease.
The disease has been eradicated.
Have
Someone
you seen
has
this? And
taken
he
control of your precious airship and is spreading lies.
This is Crest Exaltant's own seal at the bottom of this. And he flicks it towards you.
And can
lies back
seals
into
not
his
be
chair.
stolen?
Why should I believe you?
All I'm asking is that you stop for an hour or two.
And why do I have anything to gain by that?
Not killing innocent lives, leaving with House Teppet not having murdered thousands and thousands of innocent people, instead leaving, having left Nexus successful without hurting a single head. Yes, you command an army. But what is better for House Teppet? Being so intimidating that they don't even have to lift a finger?
It's so hot here. Do you still have your charms active?
Yes.
Okay. Say I were to believe you. Say I were to believe that this disease doesn't exist anymore, that you have gotten rid of it, that you've eradicated it.
Oh no, House Teppet has eradicated it. They're so wonderful.
I'm not sure I follow.
Go home valiant.
So I get to be a hero.
Yes. And so powerful that you didn't have... There's an ancient story. It's known as Wu Wei, or like insert relevant exalted term here.
I like Wu Wei.
It's actually a thing.
Yeah.
So strong that you don't have to display your skill. The greatest archer doesn't have to split apples. Everyone just knows that he is.
I like your dice.
Do you? And he flicks them towards you.
Pick them up. Take a look.
It's just standing.
They're just dice. Just dice. Can I read intentions on him? I'm looking for intimacies to do with ambition.
Okay.
If I may. 1, 2, 3, double nines. Plus 1. Oh boy. Can I have that?
Yes.
Thank you. I'll take all the bad luck out of it.
But it's been more than a scene, I guess, since I was telling my speech. So he doesn't have to pay willpower to speak or act against me.
A major ambition. I will be a hero.
See, meanwhile, Val's like, he seemed to like the word hero. That's her means of reading intentions.
Perfect.
I guess he likes it.
Tippet Kenshaw. I'm not so well traveled as you. I've never been to the Blessed Isle, but your reputation precedes you. A great commander. Not a fool.
No, I'm not a fool. I lift.
Do you?
I lift this army with the force of my conviction. I also lift heavy things and put them down. It makes me stronger. You don't get to look like this without a little extra help. With some very heavy rocks.
Well then.
I can't believe that House Teppet would let someone so incredibly strong and attractive and, competent leave the Blessed Isle on this fool's errand.
Well, flattery gets you absolutely everywhere. I'll make you a deal. We'll roll for it.
What are the terms?
High roll. I'll give you 1 hour.
And?
And if I win, you'll surrender your weapons to me, and you'll stay right here as my prisoner. Which I could simply do anyway.
Exactly.
You're a gambling man, aren't you?
You caught me.
Then you should take the deal.
You don't
now
want...
he's using a persuade action.
It sure is.
He's using your intimacy of gambling.
Okay.
Not to interrupt this little wager, but I just came from Nexus. The people in there know that the disease is cured. They've started amassing. This isn't going to be an easy fight for you. I want you to return home the hero that you want to be.
Men of business have decided to speak.
Ouch.
And you
Let me at him.
are a man of hope.
And what kind of like persuade action can I be making?
Well,
on
he's
top
in the
of
middle of a
everything-
persuade action
Everything
first.
that I've been saying.
You gotta call it.
Okay.
Are you resisting with anything?
Yeah, I'd like to try to because,
Okay.
you know, I'm gonna try to resist with my intimacy. No, it's a bad one. Yeah, my intimacy.
First of all, your gambling intimacy is
major.
minor.
Minor.
Okay, so you can resist with any of your intimacies.
So, I'm gonna try to find one here. I'm gonna try to resist with another minor intimacy of mine. Power is on the side of the organized, and the organized wouldn't leave it to a die roll.
Okay, so he gets only a +1.
Okay. I have.
Or no, so your resist means that you get the +1.
Okay.
So
My resolve is 4. I don't think I can do anything about that actually.
okay,
No, I can't.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Ouch.
You have now entered into a decision point, which you
Jorek!
automatically fail as you cannot spend willpower.
It's true! I forgot. I was so ready to as well. I'm intrigued.
Now you can try something.
Help.
He's convinced. It's pretty clear.
As I was saying. You can stop for an hour?
Yeah, I told you. That's what we're going to do.
Yes, but what if you win this little wager?
Then I get to go home a hero because I've captured and killed 2... did I say killed? I meant brought back to the Blessed Isle.
For the Scarlet Empress to deal with, isn't that how it's supposed to go? Oh, pity.
And now you have soldiers who start readying themselves against you.
Boy.
You should be.
I think you should probably roll this before they skewer your friend here.
Oh, but don't you see, returning home a hero would require you to not murder thousands of innocent people, and for all of Nexus to spread word that House Tepet has made such a foul error.
Nexus can't
Sir.
spread any word because we've blockaded Nexus.
Oh, you think that. There are ways in and out. How do you think I've been getting in and out? Sir, you want to be a hero. I am giving you an opportunity to be a hero for doing what? Taking an hour's nap? Eating those delicious pork buns that your army is so well known for? Feel free to play a game of chance with my friend while you wait for an hour. It won't change your victory. We won't leave.
I find it very interesting that your friend would rather that I not reassure her that I won't capture her, if, of course, you win, rather than simply just forcing my hand and forcing you to silence her right away. You don't think we know about the Angel of Nexus, but how her words somehow managed to drill into your skull like tiny needles?
Like, I'm trying to
Yeah.
do a thing.
So what are you trying to do? You have to actually...
I was trying to, before the wager was proposed, I was trying to, like, build him up.
Then
and
what is the...
persuade
What is the
him,
rule that you want to make?
I want to do a persuade action for him to not kill, like, attack Nexus for an hour, because he wants to be a hero, like, acting on the intimacy of being a hero, and my being like, hey, literally sit still and do nothing for an hour,
Okay.
and, you know,
Be like
then
this
you can do
hero.
whatever the hell you want after
Give into his
that.
laziness.
So then
yeah.
you'll get a +3 to your dice from that. However, you're also going to lose 4 dice
Okay.
from the intimacy. The Immaculate Order is correct in all things.
Classic.
I've
A
been
classic.
hearing that one a lot, actually. It's good.
But I'll give you 2 extra dice for your stunt. And remember that you have your charms active as well. I'm going to let you figure out what that
Yeah.
is,
Okay.
and we're going to come back to well, to you.
You're being fast.
As the gunwale goes over, you hear behind you 3 Fate Shadow grunt. and then she disappears from sight of the door as she's yanked by something that's pulling her away.
That's bad. 1v1 me, bro.
Regain 5.
Yeah, you regain your 5.
Great. Yay. Fantastic.
A lot of money.
So I'm going to leap off the side of the ship, grabbing onto the edge, off the side where the people were pushed off.
Mm-hmm.
Grabbing onto the side, I want to kick a portal window in, grab the nearest one to me, and pull him in.
Okay, that's easily done.
Great.
Oh.
Can I reach another one on the same
Well,
end?
I mean, you know what? If you roll me your dexterity athletics, we'll see how well you do, and maybe you can rescue a bunch of the other ones.
Does this count as parkour?
No.
Damn.
You're not moving from one place to another place. Not really.
Are we always moving from one place to another place? Like metaphorically?
Are we always shutting the fuck up?
I see how it is.
That's 7.
You know, so you jump off, grab the one on the end and swing, catching the others, and with your massive amount of strength, grab onto a porthole, pull yourself in, and then pull the others, admittedly by the ropes around their necks, but they're all holding it with their arms, and you manage to pull them into the ship.
Yay!
If I have enough extra time, I want to rip the cloth that's holding them.
Okay.
I like strong rope.
You are now no longer in combat,
Great.
so you have the time to do that.
Fantastic.
They look up. And one of them just buries his head in his hands and cringes, while two of the other ones stand up. Thank you. Why?
I grab the guy who's cowering away.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. Hide. Stay out of everyone's way, and you'll stay alive. Do you understand me? Let him go.
The others now also shut up.
Great. I would like to creep out, or get out of the
Portal?
the room.
Okay.
I want to be in the inside of the ship, and attempt to go into stealth. I want to start like sneaking.
Okay.
Still got my hearing turned up, hopefully.
Sure, if you want it to be.
I would love it to be.
Okay. You now hear Three Fate Shadow engaged by both Sanguine and Infinite Dirge.
Great. Where is she?
Still close towards the deck of the ship.
Okay.
Kate.
10 successes.
Oh, you rolled already?
Yes. Was
Okay.
I not supposed to?
No, that's fine.
Okay.
It's fine. You're allowed to roll. It's okay.
Thanks.
Thanks, guys. Where's my... You know what? Actually, because I'm seeing a bunch of things, we're
Yeah.
going to take 5.
Okay.
Yep.
Sounds good.
So you guys can refill
Sure.
your whang
I could use some
as you need to.
calm.
Oh my god. I'm sweating so much.
Is that for nerves or for
Sorry, I
issues?
still have to get over the. I'm trying to outtalk the GM. Wait, I have mechanics. I need to.
I have
I'm never gonna
mechanics.
outtalk you, John. I'm never gonna outtalk you.
You're never going to talk me, but you are going to encounter characters who might be stronger than you, even at talking.
Oh yeah, but that's what their
Not this
stats
guy,
are
though.
for. That's what their stats are for.
Not this guy, though.
That's not.
He's good, but he's not Jorek good.
Nah. But
Someone's
that's-
Jorek good?
Oh, there are plenty of people out there who are Jorek good.
Oh, I just meant that's a term now? I like that.
Yeah. Kung Fu Fenris, Kung Fu Fenris, in this case, Infinite Dirge's main target was not Rey, so there was no need for her to roll disengage because no one was going to chase her.
Yikes. I do not want to know what he's going to do with her. Three Fate Shadow. If he catches her.
Oh, did I hear a squeal?
Jorek
Is that a
isn't
cat
Jorek
squeal?
good. Yeah, Ripley's in a state here.
Hashtag Ripley.
Oh, hashtag chaos cat. I'm just for now.
Put that over by my spot.
You may.
Are you gonna want some?
Yeah, I will. Thanks. Thank you. Hi guys. Hey John. You probably don't want to comment during the session that we're playing, but exciting session so far.
I could be convinced to comment during a session.
Can I persuade you based on your intimacy of love self? I don't know.
Ew.
I'm not It's not weird.
Okay, so you're trying to see if I have an intimacy about love.
Yeah,
self?
sure, fine. I'll read intentions on you
Okay,
first.
roll read intentions on me to see if I have any.
Do I have to use my stats or can I use Jorek's?
You can use either one.
Yeah! 1, 2, 3. Whoa. 3 successes. Only. What's your guile, John?
It's not that high.
As an artist, he
So
both
I have
loves
an
himself
intimacy?
and hates himself.
Yeah.
I have an intimacy. Major.
Yeah.
Nothing I do will be of consequence.
That's
Ever.
like a true artist.
No.
Wowzers.
Can you pass me the last
And
one?
Yeah.
major,
Lizzo.
I will
Give me
always strive to create something great.
Oh, perfect. There will be monuments
Now
to my
that's
deeds.
an artist.
I like that, actually. That's a
No.
great intimacy.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Should I get this little flash? And I'm going to get out of everyone's way here. There we go. Back in a sec. Oh, really?
Could I ask you to refill my water, please?
Yeah.
Thank you. Because the way that we are set up now, in fact, I can't get out easily. We need to reevaluate our setup at some point. But the setup works, so it's so hard to tinker, because now we can set up pretty quickly.
Exactly.
Need to get you one of those little like auditorium things, you know, that like to the side of your chair that you can just like
Yep.
lift up.
Incidentally, while you guys are just reorganizing your break, I have a couple of rolls that I'm going to make.
Cool.
So while I'm doing that, I'm going to ask if there's anybody who has any questions for our players, just because I can do these rolls quickly while everyone's on break.
Goodbye.
I'm doing okay. Did it come quick fitness?
Yeah, I'm alright. Oh boy. I'm always so sad when a move that I'm really excited about fails. And like, I know you've got to just get over it and move on, but like, my god, I have never, ever successfully hit Dirge, and it fucking sucks. And every
Ray
time
really
I'm just like,
hates
of course.
Dirge is
Just-
deliberately hard to hit.
I know.
Herb of Dirt.
But now that I know that his defense can go up to 11 or more, I'm going to
Spend
make
more
up for that.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that
Yeah.
I know that. Oh boy.
If we get back to the manse, Val will begin healing Alvor, but it's going to be a long process. A very long process. 1 roll a month. I have to get 5+. Everything over 5 adds towards a total of eventually 20. Then I take his illness down by 1 notch. I have to do that twice. Once per month. For many months.
Yeah.
It hasn't been a month in game yet, so.
My intimacies are up to date online, I believe.
Mine should be 2. I believe I updated it. If not, the only thing missing would be the fact that I now have wholeness restoring meditation.
Okay, I have returned.
Hello. Do you have enough room there?
Oh, Super Suit is back too. Super Suit.
Just curious, Jork's gambling intimacy talk. Can't see it.
Yeah, do you
Oh,
have the
am I
gambling
blocking
intimacy
the-
on?
Yeah, Crosshair. I did change the phrasing of it. But like the spirit of it for me is still like an excitement for gambling.
It's because, like,
It's telling when it's easier for me to just find a message that I sent a while ago to put in to copy and paste a name.
Oh, we've listed them all on the website as well for future reference.
Yeah,
Might be easier.
but I found them.
Good.
Mega move. Record. It's a good spot, Ripley. Just sit there. Don't cause any chaos.
I don't know, Drake. I don't know. That is a punch to my self-esteem.
yeah, but like, you've got so many modes left.
I
You can
know.
spend more.
That was my strategy when we fought Entropy the first time, and it went very
That's
poorly
true.
because I completely ran out of modes. So I'm trying to find the sweet
That's
spot in
true.
between
That's true.
of like not blowing it all at first, but oh man.
Oh boy.
Are we ready to continue?
Yup.
Yes. I don't appreciate the sass, Crosshair, by the way.
We said it out loud in character and we agreed, and then stuff happened.
Yep. These things just happen.
Yep.
These things just happen.
Oh, okay. Chicka chicka.
I'm going to restore the initiative mark now that you've made your way back up and you're rejoining battle. So I'm going to ask you to roll join battle again.
Okay.
It's gonna take
Check the grapple.
I recognize your 10 successes, by the way.
Give me some more pictures of
That's
spider.
8.
8 total?
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of
It's a spicy meatball? That's a lot of text.
that's a lot of text.
Wowzers.
There we go.
Parfait.
You can see that the two of them, Sanguine and Infinite Dirge, are standing over Three Fates' shadow, who is defiantly grasping one throwing knife in each one between each of her fingers, and she's crouched low, but they have her at this point dead to rights.
All right. So, about how far away are they?
Well, you're still sneaking. I
Yeah,
assume.
I'm sneaking.
So I'm actually going to ask you to roll your wit stealth.
Okay. I think my excellency would come into play because I'm trying to hit first.
Yes.
Or sorry, my specialty. Yes.
Yeah.
Chaos
That's 2.
Well, Infinite Dirge does not see you. Let's see if Sanguine does. Infinite Dirge is so not.
He's
Caring
looking
about
at
you.
his
He's not
lady
into you
love.
right now, eh? He's so not that into you. Oh, that's smart, John.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm a smart.
It looks like Sanguine doesn't see you either.
Cool. Taking quick stock of what's around on the ship.
You're currently below decks. You're close to the galley. So in the galley, you can assume that there's various foodstuffs and food preparation items. You are, however, kind of leading up to the deck itself. So there's a stairwell, which is where she is. She's just standing right at the top of the stairwell, crouched low. And the two of them are in the doorway, blocking her from being able to exit onto the deck.
Okay, so she's actually between me and them.
That's correct.
I see. Alright, well, I couldn't really sneak attack them then, could I? Because they would...
You can if you have a way to close the distance between the two of you very quickly.
I could do that with Thunderclap Rush.
Yes, you
That
absolutely
would close
could.
the distance. So, okay, I was hoping for something a little more badass, but we're gonna try this. So I'm gonna...
This could be incredibly
I
badass.
know, it could. It could. So I'm gonna Thunderclap Rush.
Alright, prepare your Thunderclap Rush.
Prepared. And... Still me. I'm gonna add a willpower to automatically strip 3 initiative from the target and give it to me before the attack.
Whoa.
And who is your target?
My target is Dirge.
Dirge.
Wait, that's a thing you can do?
Mm-hmm.
So good.
And I think it still counts as an ambush with Thunderclap Rush.
Yes.
Or a surprise attack, I guess.
It is a
because
surprise
yeah,
attack
okay.
because they don't currently know where you are.
Cool.
That's what I get for rolling 0 successes on Sanguine.
Can you yell, "Here's Ray"?
Here's
Because Sanguine could warn if she saw, but she did not. So what is your?
Okay, so I'm zipping up basically. I'm like squeezing between Three Fates and the wall to emerge and go for the knees.
Okay, 2 extra
Sculling
dice.
down and
I like how the stunt is going for like how enthusiastic she is. Like, yeah!
go for the
That's how stunting works.
knees. Go
We just have
for
to be
the
into it.
knees.
Oh, like rush his knees. Just like break him backwards. That would be pretty
Okay, well he
badass.
currently can't parry you, so
That's good.
Is this a decisive attack? Because that's super good. Well, yeah, sorry,
no,
I
it's
don't-
not a
is it
decisive attack.
I don't know how Thunderclap Rush works, so.
I mean, I think it could be. I'm not rolling as though it's decisive, but maybe I should.
You don't have that much initiative.
No,
At this
it wouldn't.
point you could because his hardness is 10. So since you stole the initiative off him, you could make this one. So I'm going to leave that to you if you want to make it decisive or with him, but you have to choose that now.
Shit.
All right, I'm going to let
Sorry,
you go to
thank
that.
you. I appreciate that. I have to weigh the pros and cons of this.
No. Hmm.
You can roll your little wager in an hour's time. And then maybe wait another hour or do what you want with us.
I don't know. You were mentioning something about being a hero.
Yeah. You can say that you eradicated the disease.
That I eradicated the disease. I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
I can write that up for you right now.
Yeah, get started on that.
Wow.
Tell me, do you have a wife, husband?
No.
I don't suppose you're interested.
I need to be free at this time to rove the world.
Can I read intentions on
But-
that? Oh, I'm not.
I can see that anyone would want to be yours. If you have a wife or husband, they're very lucky.
Oh, no. I can't. I'm too busy on the campaign. Always.
I'm sure you've nevertheless attract many
Sir!
pretty young things to your following.
Sir, they're chanting from up top. They're saying that the disease has been eradicated.
I hope this shows that I'm telling the truth, or at least validates you're waiting for an hour. You can claim that that's why you paused. That you didn't want to hurt innocent people. You didn't want to harm Tepet's good name.
You know, you're absolutely right. Tell you what, I'm going to make you a deal. I'm going to withdraw. After all, if we've cured the disease, there's nothing left. You're going to write the proclamation that says that it's so. We're going to get an official word from you.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to play some dice.
Sounds great. And if any of this is wrong, you can blame me. I told you lies. The foul
We're going to
commoners.
play dice for a very important reason.
Oh.
If you win, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to pretend like I never saw you. And the
Excellent.
soldiers around here will be very good to make sure that they don't say anything otherwise. But if you lose, well then, I'll withdraw and I'll save your precious city, and at the same time, I'll get my prize. An added bonus.
I'll let you have those stakes, but I will warn you that we do have allies, and they will come for us. So, if you do choose to do that, it will mean a fight for you.
I have mistresses, and they come for me.
I
Write up your proclamation.
Yep. Can I, while I'm doing that, he kicked the dice over to me.
Yep.
So I'm just casually rolling or dropping them.
Mm-hmm.
I want to try to check with larceny if they're trick dice.
Yeah, sure.
Yay!
Perception larceny.
Perception larceny.
Nice, thank you.
Well, I mean that would be a kicker. I don't think he's that type of dude, but I botched it.
They're loaded dice.
Okay. I'll write up the proclamation. Val, we can't do this. They're not weighted in our favor.
Make your roll.
Okay, so I'm using knockout blow as well.
Okay.
So there we go.
A lot of dice.
I know. Oh my god. Wow. Okay.
Great dice, Larson.
5, 6, 7. So that's 8.
Did you get any automatic successes from any of your turns or anything?
No.
Did you spent your willpower to activate your charm?
Yes.
So okay. You can spend a willpower to add a success to your roll,
How much do I need?
but you don't need it
Yeah.
because his parry is currently 0.
Right.
So that's 8 successes. Now, was this a withering or decisive attack?
This is a withering.
Okay.
However, if I'm able to crash him, he's knocked unconscious.
Hit his knees so hard.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, he'll fall, and then his head will hit the deck.
Beaut.
Right?
All right.
Okay, so
Get your extra successes.
yeah. So that's,
his soak is currently 15.
what did I roll? I rolled 8.
Yeah, 8.
8. Okay, his soak is 15.
Go.
So I need to
And his
keep
initiative
this.
is currently sitting at 12.
Yeah. So that's 14. You know what? I'll just get rid of 2. Right. 15. 14. So that all gets taken away, plus one of these duties, and then. Yep. No, the overwhelming doesn't get added.
Oh, you have more than that. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Okay, great.
Because I can't add anything to this, right? I can't add motes to a damage roll?
No.
Right? Okay.
Overwhelming is just the minimum number of dice you're allowed to roll.
Should have gotten an additional 2 because my strength is actually at 6, so that's good. Okay, Come on, Neil. Come on. Okay. And the 9s are doubled, but I did roll 1. Okay, good. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 3, right?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Is it still doubled on a withering?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's only undecisive.
So you don't murderate people
Okay,
quite so much.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay.
No.
Now I'm going to pay. That would be a difference of 4?
12 to get him to 4 to get him to 0.
4 plus I'm gonna pay 4 initiative. That should crush him.
So you're trying to drive him right down to 0?
Right down to
Using
0,
which
which
term?
shouldn't knockout blow.
Knockout blow specifically does.
If opponent driven into crash, they are immediately knocked unconscious.
No, but how are
And,
you
can
adding-
reflexively pay 1 mote, 1 initiative per die to add to the damage of an attack.
That adds to a damage die. Not
Okay.
to,
So I've rolled it, and then I think I'm able to
all right,
do that now.
because you did not do this yet, I'm going to let you do it again. We're
It
going to
says
cancel.
I'm pretty sure-
reflexively.
Yeah, reflexively. So I think
Okay, can
this
I
is
have
still.
the book, please?
Wow, this Exalted
Because
third hardcover
it's a
is so
limit
nice.
of initiative gained by attack. So in this case, I would have gained 8. So I can pay
Yeah, I just need to see the
add 8
exact
dice. So in
wording.
fact, I
This-
should probably do that just to be safe,
This
right?
is knockout blow that you're using?
To keep
Correct.
him for the crash anyway.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
should get the page handy, Sergeant.
Just in case.
Yeah, it's usually a good idea to have the page written down, but
So I'm
That's
paying
alright.
8.
Yeah, you should get your
I'm in here.
charm pages.
Judge.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, basically.
Oh, I've got it. It's right here.
No, the
Knockout blow.
page number.
Oh yeah.
Go back to sleep. We don't want you yet.
Okay, so it's you're adding dice.
Yeah, okay.
But it's after you roll the first thing.
Great.
So now you can remove initiative from yourself and okay, here, hold on.
Oh yeah, 'cause it's not successes, right? It's dice.
Reflexively paying one
Yeah.
one initiative per die to add to the damage to the attack to a limit of the initiative gained by the attack.
So it would have been 8.
Yes.
So now I'm gonna do the 8. I'm gonna.
Yeah, this is not going to gain you initiative. These successes, they can only further
That's fine.
deal damage.
I am like crazy flaring right now. No!
Ah,
Are you
okay.
able to get that?
Yeah. Sure.
Oh,
Those
so
lovely-
this is what a combat class
Combat is
looks
out
like.
of control, man.
So you're blazing now?
Oh, yes.
Okay, well the ship now erupts into light, which is something that you can even see from your distance.
Uh-oh. Guess we better
How many
talk.
successes?
Oh, my goodness. 1. Oh, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that on
8
top of
plus
the
6.
original 8. Oh, my God.
Puts him down to -2. So you have how many dice did you roll just there?
I rolled 8.
And
Well,
that was the amount that you. So
that-
you
that
gain
was-
no initiative.
No, I should have gained 8 from the initial
Yeah,
initiative
and
that
then
I
you
won.
spent 8 initiative in order to roll this. So you gain no initiative total.
You're right.
You drive him into
I'm still at
crash
11.
though,
Holy crap.
which means that
Holy
he's
crap.
knocked unconscious, and you get.
Please save 1,036
Oh yeah, you
initiative.
get
That was
for hitting and for crashing, so you still gain
That's true. I do
initiative.
still gain a
super
little
strong.
bit.
So it's
Oh my
up to-
God.
You're at like 16 or 17? 17?
yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Infinite
can
Dirge's
murder someone.
eyes roll up into the back of his head, and he drops down with a crash of metal to the deck. Sanguine
Oh boy.
just looks up. And she reaches down and she grabs Infinite Dirge, flings him over her shoulder, and starts running back towards the bow of the ship. This is a disengage.
Oh shit.
You can attempt to do something about it if you want to try and prevent this from
Well, let's see.
It would be her dex dodge versus your dex athletics for the basic rules. And if you have
She's
other
rolling
stuff-
11 dice for this, by the way.
Versus my Dex Athletics?
Yeah.
One, two, three, four, five, six.
Oh, mercy.
We're gonna see. I'm not gonna add anything to it. It will be a sign
Okay.
whether or not I succeed.
She has 6 successes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5.
And then 3 Fates Shadow.
No.
Come on, can we get? Did you find the little thing?
I did. I put
Oh,
it back on
thank
the table.
you.
I dropped it in your giant
Spent
pile.
notes.
I threw it
This is a
in-
mess. This is a
We
mess.
should count
3
that.
Fates Shadow fails as well.
Oh no.
As she runs and then leaps off the bow of the ship.
What? Oh well, that's okay then. I'm just kidding.
Oh my
People are gonna
god.
catch her.
I'm running over to the edge.
Okay. She's plummeting.
Hmm.
And as she looks up, she holds Infinite Dirge to her very protectively and narrows her eyes at you.
I'm gonna flip her off over the side of the ship.
What a badass!
This isn't over, bitch.
Wow.
And that's when you hear as a kunai that she throws embeds itself into the bottom of the ship, and she swings.
Oh, great.
Nice.
Classic.
I was wondering
Does
why
it look
she was
like
gonna
she's
survive.
trying to lower her, like use that as a way to get down safely, or is she gonna climb back into the ship?
Well, you can't see her anymore. She's now directly underneath the ship.
Cool.
You can hear her, but all you hear is exertion. You can't tell whether it's coming closer to you or far away.
Three Fates, how's your aim?
You wish this to end.
Oh yeah.
She runs over and she slices the noose off one of the people who's still on the deck. There's 2 people now left on one of the sides.
Oh,
Slices it and holds onto it with one hand.
I want to just break another one and do the same thing.
Ready?
Yeah.
And she jumps off the side.
What the shit? Oh my god!
As the rope just... She jumps as far out as she can, by the way, to try to make the rope taut. And then as it comes down around, the two of you are now... You can see that she's holding onto the kunai, holding onto him, and looks as the two of you start floating out from above the ship. What do you do?
I kind of want to swing down to where the kunai is and try to like break that. So kind of like, you know, hook my feet around the cloth so that I can like swing down and break it.
It's a realist over here.
I am.
Sorry.
I am.
Three Fates.
She has enough athletics.
For her point, she comes forward and she lets out a little more slack to put herself between you and them as Sanguine starts throwing things from her hand, just using her wrist, attempting to go forward, and all Three Fates Shadow does is use one hand, gauntleted hand, to block.
Holy crap.
As each of these... You now have the kunai in one hand, and you can pull it from the ship if you want.
I will.
And now you're holding on to it. Now you feel the weight of the two of them.
It's like 100 pounds.
As Three Fates... So you have the rope in one hand and you have them in another.
Okay, now you need to tell me if this is
Super ripped.
at all
Huge.
possible. I have strength 6, but like, maybe this is
No, this
obscene.
is totally easy to do.
I want to swing.
oh,
sorry.
Oh, depending on what you
Tell
want to
me
do
what.
now.
Tell me if this is like just.
I'm
dumb
super
as
into it. I'm
fuck.
super into it.
So I want to contract my abs and swing them up and then slam them down towards the ground so that it's not just fall, it's fall with extra what is that
Momentum?
thing?
Force,
Momentum,
acceleration,
thank
yeah.
you.
Roll me your strength,
Jesus.
athletics,
Does this count?
2 extra dice.
I know it does not.
Nice try.
Here's the dice.
Sanguine is still trying to sever your rope, by the way, by throwing things, and Three Fates Shadow is attempting as best she can to continually ward off the smaller
I hope she
daggers that are being tossed.
What the hell happens if you fall?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What is that?
Alina, reroll.
8, 9, 10, 11. 11!
I do not believe this is happening.
It was a 4 or a 10.
As you lift it, you see Sanguine's face come up as you see that she rises, and she's hissing at you, holding Infinite Dirge still. And as you bring the rope down, she's going to get one last attack.
Of course. Is it decisive? Is it something I should be dodging?
Cut your rope, dude.
Or
Great.
blocking, or-
Yep.
Hope you can fly, Ray. there's a
Conveniently, I just got that charm last
And
week.
let's see if Three Fates Shadow can defend.
Oh,
Come on, buddy, you can do it!
You can feel the rope starting to get taut as they get up in their lift, and you bring it down, whipping your arm as hard as you can, and you can feel the strength of Essence crest across your shoulder blades, through your biceps, triceps, as you pull with all your might while still maintaining the strength of the rope that you're clinging to. Sanguine takes one last, and she throws and cuts the rope that's holding you directly against the side of the ship, and you can feel yourself start to fall at the same time. Three Fate Shadow could not block
Okay.
this particular dagger, but she does grab the rope that you're holding on to.
Yay! Buddies!
I'm gonna recommend a new intimacy.
Sanguine
Savior.
drops, holding, clutching to her chest, Infinite Dirge. And they start growing smaller and smaller and smaller
I listen with my hearing.
And you see her, and all you can hear, you hear a whisper. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
As she positions him underneath her. And they slam into the ground.
Stone cold.
She
Stone
rolls.
cold.
And you see that she picks herself up, badly hurt, but she starts running off into the city itself.
Wow.
Infinite Dirge remains.
Hopefully like a good old pancake.
As she drags him with her. But he's almost definitely dead.
Almost definitely.
Well, you can't tell from
Oh,
up here.
hell.
Hey, look, it's true.
Okay. I look up at Three Fates like, good catch.
Does this make you the captain?
I think it fucking does. And I start,
I'd like to get down.
yeah, let's, and I go to the other side of the ship.
Raining.
Just a little bit of vomit.
Exalted
I'm not
vomit.
used to this air travel.
You're really not. You've been on a ship before?
I've been-
Jesus.
I was running off adrenaline, but all those pork butts are going up.
Oh,
Okay, so I start climbing up.
derp, you almost killed me.
Okay.
Shattered hoofs. Perfect.
I start climbing up. Oh boy.
Woof.
You can see out of the corner of your eye that Sanguine strips Sturge of his armor
Damn it.
and his weapon, and then flees, leaving his body alone.
Holy sh-
Well, she was the
that was
the big bad all
stone
along.
cold.
It's not really.
Stone cold.
Well, are you ready?
Almost. I'm just putting the finishing touches on it. So I'm in the midst of
Writing
a proclamation.
You see several of the officers come up, and they're whispering to him like, the people are united in saying that the disease has been eradicated. They're telling the truth.
You see that pillar of light over there on that glorious airship? That means that my friend has taken it. Says Val, just bullshitting out of her butt.
I
'cause she has
love
no
it.
idea.
I'm not very pleased that you're stealing our property. I'm just
Oh no,
gonna
we're
point that
taking
out.
it back. So long as Tepet Crest's Exalted is still alright, we'll give it back to him.
Mhm.
It is his to command. And he too can return triumphant, having vanquished one of the abyssal, but I'm sure also amongst the list of so-called anathema. Wouldn't that be an extra feather in your hat, good sir? But you know what wouldn't be a good feather in your hat? Having parts of your armies decimated by my friends trying to get us back. You are a hero,
People
sir.
die all the time in the Wild Hunt. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but
I would
wouldn't-
love to play this dice game, though. Can we play dice? Let's play dice.
Almost, yeah. So I want to just very quickly. I want to finish writing this thing.
Sorry, did we shake hands on this whole dice rolling thing? I don't think we did.
Well, we can shake spears into your sides.
I just want to make sure that. I mean, I trust that you're an honest man.
And...
Well, perhaps a coin toss would be better. Just want to pull out one of my own coins instead of his dice.
a coin?
We are in
There's
Nexus.
something elemental about dice, and he picks them up and he snaps them in his hand and he displays them.
Bone is not an element. Metal, however, is.
I'm really gonna have to gag you if you keep this up. I've been very patient, but don't come between a man and his dice.
Just the terms.
We each roll one die.
Mm-hmm.
Whichever one comes up higher wins. And if we tie, well, then we'll let her roll.
But you see,
You need to be quiet now, please. This is important to me. And he reaches out and he plucks one of the dice.
Can play this game. I want to make sure, because I finished writing the thing, I just want to make it clear. I didn't name him. I named House Teppet. House Teppet, House Teppet, House Teppet. Okay. Just so that so that maybe Crest will talk. We're just doing the thing?
You're the one
Just
with the
rolling one
intimacy
die?
about gambling.
Can I add essence to roll multiple? No,
Larceny. Larceny.
I want to try to fix this to roll a high number. Having gambled before,
Okay.
I want to try to fix my roll without him noticing.
Now, if you fix this die roll,
Yeah.
and somebody notices,
Okay. Well, disaster.
so
It's already pretty
how
disastrous.
much do you believe in your ability to roll dexterity larceny?
Believe in yourself, Jorek. Do it for the shirt.
I feel good.
Do you have an excellency in larceny?
No.
Oh, well,
But I still feel pretty good.
sure. And we'll see if his perception awareness will,
Oh.
He carries many dice, Herp of Derp. He just passed 2 of them over to him.
Yeah. No, I want to try this.
Val's going to position herself close to the gentleman, seeming interested in the result of the die roll.
Okay.
If I may. Well, look, it's this or one die. You know what I mean? Like, I feel
Well, 1 die against my 1 die.
Yeah.
So you have a 50-50 chance.
Oh my god.
As opposed to, I can't know his pool perception awareness. I feel. I'm going for it. I rolled 1 success.
I really hoped that you would have botched. That would have been.
That would have
a
been
lot of fun.
beautiful, actually.
Oh.
Classic Jorek. I don't want to look.
Are you doing anything before I reveal the answer to this roll?
As I said, I'm
Oh
getting
my
very
God.
close to the commander,
Yeah.
seeming to be interested in their dice roll. That's it until something else happens.
Well,
So no, you can reveal the result.
you need to roll perception larceny. Or, sorry, perception larceny, yeah.
Oh. 1 success.
Okay. You can tell that he has fucked with it.
Who? Jorek?
Yes.
Sorry.
Yeah.
You can tell that he tried to screw the roll.
Well, she also knows that he thinks they were fixed dice, so she's like, okay, he's evening the odds.
Yeah.
You're not attempting to distract Kensha at all?
Flash him.
That's a thing. You can do that, right?
Is that? Yeah, okay, she has 5 intelligence. That would probably occur to her. And 4 wits.
Careful, Elizabeth.
You know,
What is this?
this reminds me of a great story. I think I should tell you about this story.
Oh, yeah.
There were these great gamblers, and they bet their lives on it.
And he holds up a finger and he looks at you. He looks down at the die. A 5.
It's no
Well, that
thing.
doesn't give me a lot of chance. It's actually a 6-sided.
Yeah, no, I figured.
Hold that thought.
I was hoping he'd get mad and tell me to shut up.
Oh,
And I'll just.
Oh, botch!
where'd it land?
I know where it is. And the die comes up a 4.
But those men realized once the dice had fallen that neither one wanted to kill the other. They realized that
You won the game. It's fine.
Once the
I'm
dice
going to
had
let you
fallen-
go. Get these people out of here the way that they came. You have the thank you. And he snatches it from your hand, looks at it for a second. Very nice, very nice. Put my name on it, and then we will be gone.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Kind gentleman.
Yeah, I changed one of the phrases to under the command of the supercilious, no, incredible, awe-inspiring Tepid Kenshaw.
I'm just saying that often, once the dice have landed, before you even look at the result, you realize what you actually wanted.
I know what I want.
To be a
I
hero.
want this.
Exactly. You've got what you want.
Mm-hmm.
You can
And he takes
go
a
home
part of his
unscathed.
shorts and rips them.
Oh.
I want you to watch very closely what I'm doing here.
Oh, you want to return home scathed.
And he steps around behind Val.
Oh.
I am letting you go, but she's not allowed to speak until you've left the vicinity of this camp. And then he gags you. It smells pretty rotten.
Gross.
And then he shoves you in the back. Get her out of here. It's too bad. Perhaps we would have made a great marriage, you and I. But I have a feeling I'd have to cut out your tongue first.
I just do a little flick of my my sword at my side, just to flick it up an inch to in a and I glare at him. Since I can't talk. That's it. Just flick at the inch.
Commander Kenshaw, you are indeed a
And then move my hand away.
wise commander.
I know. Get out of my camp.
Okay.
And then he leans close. And if you ever cheat me again, I'm going to pull your intestines out through your nostrils and show them to you before I kill you.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
You're lucky that our goals are somewhat similar today. And then he pushes you.
Jesus. As we're... Once we've left the camp, I have something I'd like to do. But until the... two things. One thing is ungagging Val.
Well, I would ungag myself.
Oh, yeah.
They haven't bound me.
Yeah, as well, yeah.
Hands are free.
Oh, no, you leave it on until you've left the...
No, I'm
Once-
just...
Oh, this is after you've gone.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just clarifying that I haven't been bound, so I can beat up a mofo if they try anything.
Yeah, get me!
Yeah, I am.
Come get me!
Jesus Christ.
But as we're walking away, I look at Jorek and I look at the glowing pillar.
I'm sorry, Val. That was crazy. But we got what we wanted. For now. We can get Nexus back the way it's meant to be. We just need to get to Rey. Make sure she's alright. The pillar's still, going? Yeah? Your pillar's still...
Oh,
For half
yes.
an hour, it will
Like,
be.
it hasn't faded
Oh,
or no
hells
skull
to
and
the no.
crossbones
Half an
or
hour?
anything
No.
like that?
No, no.
It hasn't gone out, that's true.
I don't know if it's been a half hour, but...
No. Once we're out of camp, unless you say otherwise, ungag.
Blech.
Jorek. You are strong, but you have to be stronger.
Yeah.
We can't stake our lives on a dice throw.
I think he knew anyway.
It worked this time.
It won't next time.
Once I'm back in the ship, I am running to Rain After Storms. I am the captain now. I wipe my face. It's a
Yeah, there's
little
probably some sweat on it.
Another mutiny.
Let's say the captain got carried away with his responsibilities. Okay, I'll work on that. Can you take us down? Please.
If you've eliminated the mutiny, does that not make Crest Exalted the captain of this?
Yeah,
vessel?
once he wakes up, he'll totally be the captain.
The ship starts lowering itself down. However, there isn't really a appropriate place to put it. There isn't like a landing strip in Nexus currently.
I'd like to take it as close to the Tebet army as is humanly possible. So it might involve like bringing it over and bringing it down towards the army. Because I guess we were a little ways away, but...
Smash through walls.
Yep. So the ship sets down just on the outside of the walls.
Oh, could I ask, while we were flying, can I just look out? Is there any area of Nexus that is Nexus still like really burning?
No.
Or is it under? Oh, good. Okay, we can continue with my plan.
You can dump some water on
I
it.
thought we were gonna do like an aerial, like a.
Firebomb.
You see that the army seems to be packing up.
All right, so I'm rushing to the dudes that I helped. They're still hiding in that room where I told them to hide. Hey guys, I'm stand-in captain. Your first order is to tell the army the truth about what happened. And make sure they believe you.
Look, lady.
I'm sorry, lady?
We're not going back. I don't think you understand, but mutiny generally doesn't go very well. They'll kill us.
They don't know you mutiny. You were taken by force by two horrifying abyssal exalted who were way stronger than you.
One of them snorts. Is Crest Exalted dead?
No,
Then he'll tell.
he won't.
Have you met him?
Have you met me?
Somebody's like, dude, shut up.
I'm offering you a chance to stay alive, so are you gonna take it, or...
Why don't we just give you the ship?
Yeah, I want the ship. I'm taking the ship. Of course, that's understood. But the army needs to know what went down here. They need to know there were abyssals involved.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Go!
And they pile off. Now, there's still two people up on deck.
Great. I want to go up and relay the same message to them.
And they, as well, also pile off. No, you already freed them.
Great.
Remember, you ripped the rope
Oh,
off one of their
yeah.
hands.
Badass.
And now I'm running down to Crest Exalted.
He's still really...
KO.
Yeah, he's still KO.
Oh, shoot.
King.
Actually,
Oh.
come back! The people who ran off the ship.
Well,
Shit.
They're gone.
Damn it. Crap. Okay, I pick up Crest Exalted. Stick my head into where Rain After Storms.
Get those chains away from me.
Whoa. What are they made of?
Get them away from... And you see that she starts to grow.
Holy shit. Okay, and a back up.
gotta go.
Alright. Wait, I brushed the chains off him.
Yeah, that's fine.
So, I stick my head back in. How about now?
Is he alive?
He is. Can you do anything to help him?
I don't know how you work.
Okay, fine. Well, we're
Come
gonna
here.
be... Oh,
Let
okay.
me poke at him.
Okay.
And she
no.
pulls out
Oh,
like
Raiden.
4 knives.
Oh,
from very
You know what?
God,
Actually,
no.
I think we're good. And I start backing away again. We're going to be hanging out here just for a little bit. Someone will be back. Okay, bye. And I leave.
Closes it down. She closes the hatch herself. One tiny branch just coming in.
Yeah, I was really hoping that as I landed, you guys would look up and I would be like on the bow, just like. But that didn't
I think we're
happen.
probably on our way there, so we probably saw that
if we see the
happening. We're
airship
like,
coming
holy
towards us.
You see
shit.
some people piling off the airship, and then you see that there's various people barking orders saying that it's time to take control of the ship so that they can return it.
Right, we start
Interesting.
heading over.
Yeah, we need to find Ray.
Okay, well, you can get to the ship.
Let's friggin' do it.
We're gonna go on board unless anyone stops us.
Here we go.
That ship belongs to House Teppet. You have no right to enter or board.
The captain will allow us passage.
We have an invitation from Captain Crest Exalted.
Absolutely, let them
Oh my god, you're gonna weekend at Bernie's? Oh my god.
Roll that.
No,
What,
I'm
what
not
do you
doing
need me to roll,
That's
buddy?
no
idea.
charisma presence.
Hey, coming up.
Which of us was that?
He's the one who said that you had an invitation.
Yeah, okay.
We did once.
Yeah, that's why it's charisma.
Oh.
Don't be an idiot, Scott. You got most. Is that 3, 4, 5? I should count before I start saying numbers.
Oh, fine.
We'll be on and off before you know it.
They don't call him Jorek on and off for
They
nothing.
don't call me that, mysterious voice. Is that my vote? Yeah, we're kind of running up the gangplank to try to find Ray, make sure she's okay. Also, like, wary that Infinite Dirge might still be on board, I guess.
I'm so glad you're finally showing some concern.
What do you mean, finally?
Let's play dice. No, it's all good.
Saving the friggin' city, dude!
So that's all
Give me some
fun.
freaking slack.
Yeah, so head into wherever the gangplank leads.
You can just make your way to the deck because
Yeah,
that's where she is.
That's the
Okay.
deck.
And there I am, hand on the wheel, clearly facing the wrong direction, because I wouldn't know.
Ray, it's...
And Crest
not
is just
hard.
kind of leaning against something nearby.
Oh,
Ray, what? Where is everybody?
I'm gonna run up and hug Ray.
I hug her too. Kind of collapse into the hug.
Ray, where is everybody?
Three fates, space of silence.
Space of silence.
We sent her back towards you. Get?
Okay, she did not.
Maybe she didn't run back before you flew. Anyway.
Yep.
Three fates, Shadow?
3 fates is fine.
Great.
Aren't you 3 fates?
And
I guess she will
Infinite.
appear.
Okay, in a nutshell, Dirge and Sanguine took over the ship. They were hanging people. I think I saved all of them. Crest Exaltant, almost dead. Can you look at him, please? That would be great. I knocked out Dirge, then Sanguine grabbed him and jumped off the ship, and then they were hanging by a rope, and then I whipped them down to the ground. I'm pretty sure Dirge is dead, and then Sanguine stole his clothes and ran away.
wait, where was this?
In the air?
No,
But,
but
yeah,
where
huh?
did they land?
About that way?
We have to go find him.
Okay.
If she stole his clothes, he's probably dead.
I think.
I mean,
we-
I don't know them, but I feel like they have a certain amount of,
Oh, no?
chivalry,
Yeah, chivalry, yeah.
as they
find that.
so enjoy. Okay. Checking Exalted.
Ray.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Uh-huh.
That sounds
Do you
amazing.
see any abyssals here?
And
I'm not gonna lie,
Let's do
guys. I thought I was
medicine
gonna
trauma.
die for a second.
Medicine trauma? Or just
For what?
regular medicine? For checking Tepet Crest Exaltant.
Trauma, yeah, would apply.
Head trauma. And it would be perception to see what's wrong with him?
Yes.
You'll
Regular ass roll.
notice as well, not to detract from any of your victories, but
Yeah,
you'll
what's
also notice that this army is.
He's
seems
been
to be
knocked
lethal.
incapacitated.
Hey, nice job, man.
But he's okay, he's alive.
Like
Val
he's
did a lot more than
he
I did.
was
Oh.
bleeding, but he's exalted, so he doesn't really bleed that much.
Okay.
They basically beat him within an inch of his life and then left him.
Typical. So I'm gonna pull out some stuff and patch him up, but I'm not gonna spend any of my essence on him right now.
I was just telling Ray that we managed to send the army away as well.
That's awesome.
And we should keep that Kensha in mind. I have a feeling we'll
Kensha.
see him again.
Sounds like a
Commander.
douche.
Yeah. Yeah, sure is.
But he did let us leave.
He kept his word,
Yeah.
kind of.
And, he gets to return home a hero, which is exactly what he wanted, and I don't care. I don't care if they
What
get
are
to...
you doing with the ship?
Well, that's a really good question.
I don't know if we can steal it.
Yeah, you're probably right. We don't really...
It would be
Have the
better
know-how.
for our friend
Yeah,
if he were to take it back once he's up and on his feet again.
absolutely.
Return home with the victory crew, and I suggest that he use this victory to leverage himself a little more freedom in the tasks he is assigned.
And perhaps he
Okay.
could return one day and... Well, he's a very powerful ally.
Yeah.
Perhaps if we ever need to transport anywhere.
Well, we still promised him we'd
Yep.
do our best to free his husband, and
That still stands.
gonna hold us to that.
We need to get the city back
Yeah, we
under
do.
control. Is Crest Exaltant safe here?
I think so. I sent the other members of the crew to tell the army what happened. That it was the Abyssals. That was all the Abyssals.
Good.
And
Good.
not a mutiny. I just need to get Crest to agree to not take revenge on them. His mutinied jerkish crew.
I think that's all we can do. We need to go find Infinite Turge. At
Okay.
least get him off the street, if nothing else.
Is he in the street or is he outside the city?
It was inside the city.
It was inside the city. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, we should make sure at least that Crest is awake before we leave
Such a
him,
blissful
shouldn't we?
release. So he removes up to -3 and wound or illness penalties. You would you exert as little effort as possible. Stay seated. Get plenty of bed rest. But the ship is yours again. The army is leaving successful. And you are to join in that victory and use that.
My mutinous crew?
Will not be punished. They have special orders from me. And they're going to complete those. And then they'll be yours again. And they won't cause you any more trouble.
Seems they were swayed by certain persons who it seems we've dealt with.
The Abyssals are taking all the blame for this.
Yeah, as they should.
And I've dealt with them.
And why should I trust mutineers?
Then tell the captains that they suck and that you want a new crew as reward for this glorious victory.
This crew was given to me as a punishment for them.
Well, there you go. Request a new crew.
The Abyssals can be pretty persuasive. I hate to defend these guys, but it took almost everything I have to defeat one of them. Me. So.
Me, the badass.
How do I find you again?
Oh, I don't think we can hide. We'll be in Nexus for a while yet,
Yeah.
and word of the Angel of Nexus will likely spread. If we leave the city, we're likely headed south. We've made you a promise, and if we're gonna head somewhere, we might as well head there.
Mm-hmm. We need to get the city
Yeah.
under control. But after that,
We're getting your husband back.
You have my permission to disembark.
Thank you, sir. But I'm telling you, if you exert yourself, you will pass out again. So please, remain at rest.
and as we disembark, I'm gonna again suggest we need to get to the business of the day, but we need to find Infinite Dirge.
Our business of the day is to return to Nexus, having turned away the army.
Celebrate even? Maybe a little bit.
But not let our guard down. Not for a second.
Hey.
One woman crosses a road to encounter another, sitting in an alleyway with a dead body. Starlight Dove crouches close to Speaks of Silence, who has secured the remains of Infinite Dirge for shattered oaths from silent struggle. And as the lunar nods in some form of acknowledgement, Sidereal says simply, "It's time that we had a chat in private." And we'll end the session there.
Ooh.
Oh, note to self. Check on Tide.
Note to self.
Who?
Ember's still in the army somewhere? Note to
Yeah,
self.
so on our way back
What's
into
happening?
town.
Whoa!
Holy hell, guys.
What a
Great
session.
session.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
All right, folks. We're headed now off into my hashtag fancy corner, which I'll have to run on my own, as it looks like Iragwen had to step out for a bit. It's time for you guys to think about what you thought might have been the play of the game. Remember that the play of the game can be any action taken by a PC or an NPC that had the greatest impact on the session as a whole. I'll be taking your nominations, we'll distill them down to the top 3 and let you guys vote. In the meantime, I'm going to point to my players and say that in order for you to gain your experience, not only are you going to have to answer what you learned today, the chat is going to have to answer one of my questions in order to make sure that you've won your solar experience. So we have Kung Fu Fenris believing that Rey whipping the Abyssals to the ground, or to the ground.
To the ground.
To the ground. Abyssal meteor strike.
Would call that the Abyssal Meteor Strike.
Splat. Thank you for letting me do that, John. I'm like, can I?
Sure, why not?
What do we
Sure.
think?
Deadlifting like 300
The Crosshair
pounds,
believes
like
that it, in fact, was not so much Rey, but it was Sanguine Grasp of Gentle Repose,
With the
protecting
dirge.
yourself by using a very uncomfortable pillow. Kung Fu Furnace believes that it was Kensha gagging Val. Herp of Dirt believes that it was Rey's ambush thunderclap.
Yeah, that was a combo.
Yo, guys, I feel like...
Thanks for sticking around, Krister.
Yay!
Yeah, thanks, Krister. I'm glad you stayed.
All right. Let's,
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It was one of those games where things just kept going wrong, and I was like, oh man, something majorly, like, bad is going to happen. Like, a good guy's gonna die, it's gonna be awful, and I was just waiting for that to happen. So the fact that it ended, and, like, arguably this is one of our more positive ending sessions,
I was gonna say,
I'm
like...
frankly shocked.
I was gonna say, I think we were talking about needing a win, or wanting a win, and I think we got a win.
Yeah. Oh man.
So, we've got 3. I'll let the poll run for 3 minutes. The instructions to vote will be there. Remember that your vote is 0, 1, or 2, not 1, 2, and 3. And here are your options. The Abyssal Meteor Strike. Kensha gags Val, and Sanguine sacrifices Infinite Dirge. I'll let you guys vote on that while that's happening. So, guys, what did you learn today?
Great question, John. Great question.
We're going to start with Kate.
Yep.
Val would rather go down fighting than just accept being carted off by an army, as the guy was threatening. And she's starting to... Her trust in Jorek is starting to waver.
Oh.
After yesterday, she... Like, last session, she understood it. This session, he has no reason for it.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's legit. That's legitimate. It's not spending willpower thing sucks, dude.
Got it.
Not spending willpower sucks. Also, no, I think.
You, by the way, now can spend willpower.
Yeah, but what if I choose not to?
Well, you can choose not to.
I think what I learned is I think Jorek understands that, like, he's good in a crisis, but better at sort of organizing large-scale things, which requires a big picture view, which generally happens like outside of crises. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Better in a time of peace, perhaps.
Liz.
You know, sometimes, depending on the enemy, being badass means throwing pretty much everything you have into one hit and then just hoping for the best. So, yep. Took down Dirge. Glad I didn't have to fight Sanguine, cause...
Thanks.
But I'm happy. I'm very happy with how that went. Oh, boy.
Oh no, Infinite Dirge.
So, chat, what I'm going to
Use
ask...
them as a ability.
That was...
Chat, what I'm going to ask from you guys is, do you think any of the three here today deserve another title to be added along to their name?
Ooh.
And if so, what?
So, like, on top of Angel of Nexus and Hero of Nexus and stuff? Or did we have other titles already?
Well,
We have the Angel of Nexus.
Yeah.
The Unconquered Sun referred to me as Life Defiant.
Ooh, that's fun.
I
Yeah.
called myself the Quill of the Sun once.
I like it.
I'm gonna keep that though. Can I call myself that?
So Kung Fu Fenders asked, all good things, what came to an end?
Yeesh.
Well, the occupation of Nexus came to an end this time around. There was something that I was anticipating happening, and then it did not. Part of that was because of one botch, and part of that was because of some exceptional tactical play. So, I have to name these episodes before they occur. Mm-hmm. In this particular case, it wasn't quite as memorable as perhaps the previous two episodes in terms of their names, but...
I would say all good things in the sense of most of the things that happened were good.
Yeah. Yeah.
All good.
All good things.
All good things.
So no ...
No,
just...
it's just
the,
all good things!
ellipsis.
Exclamation point.
Good things.
So the poll have closed, and by one vote, Ray's Abyssal Meteor Strike
Yes.
Nice.
Play of the game.
wins. Sanguine Sacrificing Infinite Dirge came in with 4 votes, just below the Abyssal Meteor Strike.
Oh, that's close.
It was really close.
That was a crazy couple of minutes.
People
So-
are throwing in a lot of pun answers, which,
We've
I,
got-
which I appreciate.
We've got
personally.
Heaven's Meteor, Ray of the Swinging Dirge, Ray Champion of Nexus, Death Defiant.
Death Defiant is pretty cool.
Wait. So we got Life Defiant, Death Defiant, and...
Quill!
Voice Defiance? I like Voice Defiance.
Comet of the Dawn.
Oh!
Ooh. But I wasn't the
Oh, goodness.
comet, although I made a comet.
Yeah, exactly.
Comet maker.
Comet
of the
of the
dawn.
Dawn.
Shit.
Comet du Dawn.
Oh,
De la Dawn.
comet
Of
de
the
la
Dawn, like as in your comet.
Jorek botched Defiant. Jorek's not the one who botched this session.
That is correct.
I botched a thing.
Yeah, Jorek's not the one who botched
Yeah.
this session.
I botched a thing.
Thank God I did not watch. Oh, would have been the worst.
I botched.
Wow, you... That was like under the wire, dude. Like, in a good way, but just
The Ender of
squeaked it in
Silent Struggles.
Nice.
John, you're gonna pick, right? Because I don't want to pick. I don't want.
Oh, it'll happen in game.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Does that mean Sanguine gets that kill?
Creator of challenges.
Technically, she is the one who decided to jump off the edge, holding him, and the one who decided to sacrifice him afterwards. I'm just gonna grab this die.
Captain Ray, light of the dawn.
Like that.
I love that. You're
Voyage
like,
of the
okay, let me
Dawn
roll for the
Feather.
general. Where did my die go? I was like, John, that counts as a botch. No.
Nope.
No.
Wowzers.
Because if that were true, you guys would have botched way more than
Yeah.
I have.
Yeah.
We're just like shaking, trying not
Well,
to.
yeah.
bump
When I
anything.
was rolling for knockout blow, I'm like, oh my god, if this fails, I am majorly
Yeah.
fucked. Like, oh, it's just, I never wanted a roll to succeed so much as that roll. Oh boy. Oh.
Whew.
Oof.
Oof.
So that was a thing.
Oof.
How do you guys feel?
Pretty pumped.
Yeah.
I think there was a lot of very exciting stuff that happened. A lot of very
Feel like next session settle, the higher they climb. Because we feel so good.
Uh-oh. Crosshair, great question. What are we forgetting?
Amber and Tide. Exquisite Tide.
Some of my charms. What are we forgetting? I feel like...
I don't know. Tide and Ember, we definitely need to figure out what's the deal, because
What's the
is she
deal?
going back with them? What did you guys decide there?
Oh, we said no. But then we went off to get rid of the army, so I don't know. Well, she apparently ordered her group to go back to the army.
Okay,
Or
because
to
he
get
needs
going.
to stay, like, she needs to stay with him
Yeah, exactly.
until that's figured out. So
Well,
that's fine.
we haven't released her from her bond. Let's put
Right.
it that way.
Okay.
Yeah. Woo! Yeah. What are we forgetting?
You guys are just swearing.
You better believe it, buddy.
Woo.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I've got to change my intimacy towards Three Fates for sure. I feel like against all odds, we're becoming buds, and she might possibly be my best friend out of the NPCs.
What are they? I was like,
Yeah.
what are we, chopped liver? Like, to be fair, she did help you a lot.
Like that was
There, so it's
amazing.
pretty
We were
awesome.
doing like we're swinging all around the ship. That was
You guys are
super
great
cool.
Three Fate Shadow and Ray should get matching tattoos or something.
I
Says, "Come
know.
for the face."
Badass. Well, you're like an athletics Dawn, and she's like a
She's
combat.
sneaky, but
well,
we
she's not
both
a
we
knight,
both
obviously, but, like-
sneak, so that's kind of cool that we can do like a swingy.
Yeah.
You know what? All the excitement at the end of the stream, and we forgot about what happened at the beginning, which was super cool. We were all together.
Yeah,
You were inspiring the hell out of
I love that
the
you
city.
each had a role
It
to
was
play.
super great.
Super cool.
I loved that. I loved that was a moment of all of us coming together and actually
Mm-hmm.
like benefiting Nexus in a positive way.
Well, I'll also point out that it was because you did that you even had a chance of the rest of things succeeding.
Yeah.
Without proof that the disease wasn't being eradicated, that would have made your negotiations with Kensha very difficult.
Yeah.
When the pitch started flying, if people hadn't been inspired to work together for Nexus as opposed to individually, then the city may have started to burn. You guys did some preventative care, and it really paid off for you this session.
It was really cool. I liked that a lot. And yeah, chaos happened, but chaos was actually handled for once.
Yeah. 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 No,
Usually when chaos happens,
exactly. We're just like panic.
NTS asks, why is it that the Abyssal that seems to be the most on board with the team out of all the NPCs?
NETS DAO might not know. Check out ExalTwitch.com for Three Fate Shadows, like the details that we know of her. She, can I say this? It's part of her character. When she was not an Abyssal Exalted, she was a Knight Solar Exalted, and she was part of the crew that we used to be.
It seems,
pretty-
at least.
it
From
seems,
what
yeah.
we can tell, because
Yeah,
then
that's
again, she thought she was going to reveal her body, and she was like, wait, that's not me.
Yeah, that was like,
So,
oh my
that
God,
was
like
weird.
episode 10.
That was
Remember
crazy,
that? Do you remember
yes.
that on the roof? That's crazy.
Oh,
the
the-
roof.
how young we were,
The magistrate was
what we have
just
seen since then, and
dead. Oh, God. Yikes.
Oh, I've
Well,
just upgraded my
okay.
intimacy towards Speaks of Silence to major instead of minor.
yeah.
Could change a lot of stuff up
I'll
here.
try to remember to change my stuff this week.
I mean, like, on this. Who knows if I'll remember to do that online.
Croster says, I honestly think the circle got a bit lucky this time. At start, planning sticking together, everything works perfectly, then split up, no planning, go gung-ho and all against you, and you still succeed. Do you guys believe that's true?
Yes.
It's true that maybe it was inadvisable to split up. However, I believe if we hadn't, a lot of innocent people would have died.
Yep.
And so I think that in this case, the risk and the like arguably stupid decision was the only chance we had at fully succeeding.
Yeah.
I
So-
want to kind of jump in on that as well. That like I agree. I think we did get very lucky. I also think, he who dares, right? Like like those who dare,
But
and some chutzpah, right?
Do you mean who dares wins?
Yeah. Yeah, I should finish that.
but for me, it's also like
No, that's
Val had that moment of
the British MI6.
we've split up again, but no, this is
Special
where we
Forces.
need to be right now.
It
I can't.
felt like the
I
right
can't
thing to
go there. I can't get someone to try to pull Ray off the ship. Like that's why though she was like, Speaks of Silence, go there.
Well, yeah, like consider if I had gone with you guys to the tent, you were all talking, persuading, inspiring, I would have sat there, maybe thrown in an intimidation. But I did what, like Ray did what she felt she was best at, and run and do this thing. And yeah, it was idiotic, but it also felt like, well, nope, that's just what all the characters would
And
do.
if Ray was with us, I probably would have felt more like, we can take your goddamn army.
Yeah.
Asshole.
Yikes.
Like,
Yeah.
One of the
try
things
it.
that I think you guys have learned a little bit is that sometimes you can't do things yourself.
Mhm.
Sometimes it is important for you to trust in others, to give someone else an order and hope that they'll accomplish it. And one of the ways that I noticed that is that, she blasts out onto the ship and you guys stood your ground, being like, we have to trust that she's doing what she needs to do because what we're doing is also important. I mean, admittedly, you also weren't in a great position to try to leave yourselves right away, but just knowing that inspiring somebody can be just as useful, if not more useful, because then they will work for you in places and ways that you can't
See, yeah.
And I think that's what we're looking to do with Nexus before we leave, right? I think we want to leave it in a state of self-sufficiency.
Now, Ikoran asked
Yeah, the question, yeah.
how much preparation I put in for these games. So the preparation kind of comes into a couple of different ways. The first is preparation that we all do. Setting up what we have around here is not an insignificant task. And perhaps today we'll show you.
Whoa!
Oh my goodness.
We'll see if we can anyway. So
This one goes out to Captain Daff.
I'm going to pull away from the players for a little bit because this is the camera that I can reach.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Ooh.
So
Oh god, don't show our
mystery
home.
is revealed. Oh god.
I'll
my
point
God.
out that we have a monitor which currently has the music tracks, our video,
We need to go deeper.
and the chat from you guys up on the left there. Our bot is sitting there below, initiative at the top right. And we're also having a look at Twitch alerts over there. We've got 2 banks of lights, which
Ah.
will be quite bright for you guys, but that's that's there just to make sure that we're lit properly.
We gotta do a table view as well. Are you gonna?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh shoot.
Let's see if we can stretch this up without...
Don't
Okay,
go
that's
too
as
hard.
best as we can. So, over here on the right, we have our soundboard, because we are currently mic'd in 4 different ways. We have 3 mics. Here, sorry, I'll pull back so that you can see them. 3 boundary mics, which are sitting on the table here, as well as 1 mic
for me, which sits at the front, which is anchored by a boom arm. The reason why being is that I have to play a little more with mic distance because I have different voices that I have to use. So we use a mic specifically for me, and then the boundary mics to pick up the players and the table noise, so that you guys can hear things like dice rolls and all that without it being too deafening for you guys. We also have our speaker systems, along with a whole bunch of board games
and DVDs,
which are there. Over down here to my left, I've taken down my dice tower, but that's right here, along with my copy of the rules, which is here on my iPad. I have the keyboard and mouse as well in front of me, in order to be able to communicate with you guys and manipulate the screen, which I can see. This is my perspective of the game.
Dude, you are blowing my mind right now.
From here,
I gotta tell you, this is like several layers deep.
So.
True, Goldrake.
Yeah, it has taken a really, like, this was every session from the time we started. We've been
Perfect
improving it a
bit
by bit, you know, getting lights and changing. Like, originally we were on the couch, and then we moved to here so that we would have more space for our stuff. And
I think we should also acknowledge that we've received some substantial, generous donations that have allowed us to do that.
Yeah. It's honestly thanks to you guys that we are able to have this setup, and we're constantly trying to improve it. Your donations have also gone to doing things like being able to afford to set up our website and maintain that, get our, not only to get our domain name, but also to make sure that we have the hosting space and the hosting ability to be able to make sure that any of the four of us can update the site at any time. We run it off a WordPress installation, so that we can put up the episode synopses, your fan art, videos, YouTube links, and all of that. We also recognize that as cool as our setup is right now, there are things that we can do to improve it, obviously. But we're trying to make sure that we're doing things incrementally. It's difficult at times to really maximize our setup, especially because every time we tweak it, even just a little bit, it honestly takes hours just to figure out, does this work? Can we still see everybody? Can we hear everybody? And we definitely could do better than this. Not to mention the work that gets put into our overlays. We can actually take away that play of the game animation there. I have to pump up the chats. That's why I'm actually wearing my glasses. I actually don't honestly need to wear my glasses that much, but the screen's far enough away that I can't read it at all unless I have them on. So, which is why you don't get the benefit of my eyes unless they're shielded.
Shield
the overlays themselves, not only just the kind of the background that you have here, but also the let's fix that because it looks like the chat got knocked.
Yeah.
There we go. We also had to organize through Twitch alerts to make sure that we had, every time that you guys either host us, give us a donation, or follow us, then we give you a cast mark, and that takes time as well. So that's what we have for the setup for this, and that's all of us that we kind of take care of it. And then obviously we have to tear it all down. This is in an apartment. This is a living room. So
we live in here.
Yeah,
we do.
The other preparations for the games come in another way. The players contribute by making sure that they have the synopses and the videos running. I don't write the synopses because I always feel like I have a perspective that contains hidden information, whereas I would prefer that the players comment on it, because also then when I read the synopses I can see what mattered most to the players and what they retained, which is important because then I can always be like, hey guys, remember this? Or I can say, they didn't remember this, so I'll remember for next time to point it out. And that takes a while. I mean, they're relatively long synopses. We have to rewatch the episode to make sure we don't miss anything. So when that goes up, that's these guys who take care of it. I don't do any of that. They're the ones who upload the videos. The videos go on to Liz's YouTube channel. It's our most trafficked channel out of the four of us individually. So it goes there. GMs aren't as good at recaps. The player's perspective is good for the GM to see in recaps too. Herp Derp knows what's going on.
The name like
Yep, you'll notice that our boundary mics are on Android Netrunner boxes. Scott and I are rather avid players. Kate's getting into it, so, you know.
As is Mr. and Mrs. Batman.
Yep.
Ooh,
As are
nice.
We have
Yeah.
way more Netrunner stuff than we
Woof.
possibly should have, but,
Yep.
you know, there you go. In terms of my preparation for game, my jamming style is slightly more improvised than the norm that you would see in things like media and all that. I don't spend a lot of time drawing up maps. I don't spend a lot of time creating characters and making sure that all of their sheets are filled out right at the beginning. And that's just because I tend to do things on the fly. My players are unpredictable at times, and so I try to make sure that I can keep up with them. But in fact, most of the time when I'm preparing is I have an idea of where I want the game to go, themes that I want to explore. I do a lot of thinking about what could potentially happen and what twists and turns I can throw along the way, and to create a living, breathing universe that surrounds them so that they can continue with that. A lot of the work that I put in that sort of thing is just me thinking and planning things and less writing them down. It's more time than it seems, and it's definitely takes up a considerable amount of my kind of processing, as it were. But the only times that I really have to put in a lot of paperwork is when I'm creating new characters that are going to become major antagonists, because then I have to keep track of what charms they have access to and all of that. I do keep a running tally for myself of what's happening with them, but I don't feel the need to take as many notes. I can hold a lot of information in my head.
We'll do our best to make sure that you have less of that work to do with every passing session, John. We'll eliminate
But
as
there will
many
always be
major
more.
antagonists as we can.
Wow. Oh,
We're just
I
thinking
thought
of
you
you,
meant
buddy.
taking notes. Oh no,
Oh,
you
no.
mean killing people. I get
I mean, killing
Less people for him to worry about.
I'll tell you this, the Crosshair, we don't really consider ourselves celebrities.
I would say we're like Q list.
Yeah, we're like Q-list.
These guys are like F list. I'm Q list.
Oh, that's nice.
Because these people have been on LARPs, so yeah, they got that.
We're entertainers. We're used to being on stage. We're used to, now we're getting more used to being on screen. Our voices are being lent to different projects. And these are things that we enjoy doing. But it's not like we are recognized regularly or anything like that. But part of the reason...
Unless we're in taco restaurants
Yeah,
in
unless we're in
Illinois.
taco restaurants in Bloomington, Illinois.
Or at Gen Con.
Or at Gen Con.
But I guess actually that makes sense, really.
But
I'm just saying.
it's... What's interesting for us, I think, is being able to reach out to you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's super cool. As much as I love gaming, having the chat to interact with is super cool.
Oh, man.
Super cool.
No, it makes it...
And between sessions, more people to scheme with. I mean,
talk to...
You could also say that some of our prep, both mine and the players, come in the form of Twitter. While we definitely enjoy Twitter, and I'm not meaning to make this seem like a huge chore, it is something that we have to keep on top of. Either messages through Twitch, our email, exaltwitch@gmail.com, maintaining the website, and our presence on Twitter, along with the individual streams that we do, which we'll get to in a second, do make a difference to... do make a difference in terms of the preparation that we have to do. But I would say then about half of my prep involves this, and half of it involves this. For these guys, it's different, and I can let them speak to that for themselves.
Yeah, I think you basically covered all of it.
Yep.
eh?
yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
the only other thing to add is we need to figure out between sessions what we're going to buy so we can update our character sheets and
Yeah.
our intimacies
Which is-
and keep track of all that so that we can share the experience with you guys.
Which
Now-
is half tactics,
Yeah.
half, like, character building, right?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
Acorn says, Acorn's being sarcastic and says, yep, we fans are awesome, don't let it get to your heads now, players of ExalTwitch, but in fact, you're completely correct. We wouldn't do this if it wasn't for you. We were playing this game on our own before we started streaming it, and if we didn't have an audience, we'd probably keep playing, but we just wouldn't bother
It would be more
streaming.
sporadic as well.
Well, I
and
certainly
the
wouldn't have a
D&D
website.
campaign, we play it like every 3
like-
months or something, and optimistically, because it's without a stream, without a schedule that you're sticking to. It's just
I
it's
certainly
easier to
wouldn't
let
be
it
here
fall.
this week. As much as I love you guys in this game, I wouldn't have traveled all the way back to Montreal for an
Go
evening.
back tomorrow.
And then travel all the way back out. Yeah, but that was 4.5 hours in a car, okay?
Sure.
So,
But thank
We love you
Kate.
too. And you love them. We get it. We
Yeah.
get it.
And thank you, Ecorin, for the donation as well. That was during game, and I didn't notice it until later. But thank you so much.
Donations. I mean, we're all kind of uncomfortable talking about this, or at least I am, and I'm, patterning myself on these three. But we're always a little uncomfortable talking about donations because they're very important, and at the same time, we honestly don't want to make you guys feel like you have to do it. Your support, telling people about us, communicating with us, giving us your feedback is the stuff that we really crave. But the donations really do help keep us going, not just in terms of being able to be here, making sure that we have what we need to run a game on an individual night, but also to help continue improve our situation and our setup.
Yeah.
Which in the future we're looking to make another change, hopefully at some point. So, I mean, like, these are the things that we can really use. Not to mention the fact that it really just helps us out. It really does, and for our individual streams as well. So thank you very much for that. There's some other thanks that we have to give. One of them is to someone who hopefully will catch this after the fact. Irgwen had to take off. She messaged us and said that she had to go. If it wasn't for her, then we'd be in a lot of trouble because she's the one who does such a great job of communicating what happens in game. In addition, Captain Daff has been the one who's been our stalwart companion, giving us all those recaps. He's often not able to be here during the stream because he lives in Australia, and it is not an appropriate time of day for him to be watching
work day on Monday. He's probably at work right now.
Yeah. He's also a big reason why our setup is as advanced as it is at this point.
Ecor and HJ, we will definitely buy some pork buns. That's true. And after means, we do get some fun out of the donations, but part of the fun is the fact that we get to, get new toys and do things. One of the things that we do use on the donations is that on Sundays, oftentimes we're either working or have other obligations. So we often use donations to be able to make sure that we have food for today, because it's nice to be able to say, you don't have to worry about dinner today, especially because we always play in the same place, and we don't want to necessarily make it the host's job to feed us every time.
And also that we start, like, the latest we start is usually 4, so there's not really cooking time while we're setting up.
Yeah, exactly.
So it really is helpful to be able to feed ourselves.
The Crosshair is always on us with questions and comments. The Crosshair, honestly, is part of the reason why we have a community in the first place, because the Crosshair commented on the original release of LARPs.
Oh, yeah.
On Geek and Sundry's release of it.
Yeah.
And using pie metaphors.
Cheesecake
and
metaphors.
And then cheesecake. Well, earlier, first cheesecake metaphors, and then pie metaphors, which kind of, that sort of kickstarted it. So we have to thank you as well. Thankfully, we also have a great game to play. Hate Wheel, who's in the chat right now, and Holden, who is not, but our thoughts are still with you.
And the Onyx Path, generally. Yeah.
Look, this game's awesome, and we just got a hold of how many new 80 new charms?
I don't know, 40 pages
40
of
pages of new
awesomeness.
charms.
I'm gonna devour it!
To be able to throw into this game, and we can't wait for the next book to come out. There's not only great source books out there, which you guys can check out either in print-on-demand versions or PDF, but there are also comics available that you can see that's all available on DriveThruRPG. And you can always have a look at the Onyx Path themselves by clicking on the link which is below on Twitch. And I'll just knock the mic because I can. Look, these guys are not huge publishers, okay? This game's been around for a while, and it has a lot of great fans, but they don't have the kind of resources or money or even media power that Paizo or Wizards of the Coast / Hasbro have.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
true, eh?
Right?
Yeah,
Like, they own this. And we don't. The Onyx Path is a licenser. They've licensed this stuff from White Wolf. They're coming up with their own material, too. This is not a huge company, and they need your support. So please, if you can, have a look at their products. I guarantee you're not going to be disappointed. We love this game.
And honestly, even if, I presumably the people who are watching ExalTwitch are into the setting. I know I am. But there are, a ton of other games with other settings, other mechanics, which are worth checking out just generally anyway, and looking up because they're really interesting. And if you're planning on running a tabletop for friends or a LARP, there's great settings out there for those as well. So Exalted, probably not so good for a LARP, but who knows? No, but there are a lot of wonderful things out there. There it is. Mr. Babnick knows what's up.
Or those comics if you just want to read more.
Yeah,
right?
actually.
Of the setting. They're coming out with a few. I think
And she'll
they're
live
part of
set.
the backers, so they're gonna keep rolling out.
I lived. The spirits of this army. Oh, okay. And rock. Oh.
Yeah,
That's very
it
cool.
probably would be a good property for Vidya, but
Ooh.
that would be really complicated as well. Kesha.
Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be here. Monday.
Yep, tomorrow is probably our final hashtag Case of the Mondays. We're going to see what the heck ends up happening in that crazy world of 1940 whatever Los Angeles.
But that's not the end of your streams, just the end of this particular game.
Oh no! It'll be the last, I believe, game, stream of that game, and then we'll see what
Tuesday, do you have a Scream stream? Or
Tuesday is a Scream stream.
So that's you and the Coolian?
Me and the Coolian over on the Coolian's channel.
Which you can see below. On Wednesday, there's a solid chance that I might have to reschedule RPG Clinic, but I am hoping to be able to still do it on the normal time. That's at 4 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time on Wednesday. Thursday,
There will be another catch-up, Kate. I think it'll be in the evening, and we're gonna play some more GoldenEye Source. So go find it, download it, because I want to play with you guys. It was a ton of fun. I want to play with you guys if you're available. Let's relive the glory days of the N64.
and what about Friday?
Friday, as always, the adventures of Punchy. What's Punchy gonna do now that she's tamed and ridden a dragon?
Yeah, it's pretty boss.
How
actually.
does she top that? It's her 1-year Punchiversary this
Oh my
week.
god,
Are you serious?
that's amazing!
Whoa, this is huge.
That
It's
super
a
cool.
huge deal. So this is Friday at 6 p.m. on my channel. Saturday, I think Kate is.
I'm
you are
here.
available.
Yeah.
You are available. So we're gonna play some Franbo for Story Saturdays on Saturday on my channel.
And then next Sunday, with everything willing, are we playing?
Yeah, we're
So-
into it.
Next Sunday, it looks like we might be able to bring you yet another session of ExalTwitch. That'll be day 24. But until then, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. You'll be able to catch the synopsis when it reaches us at exaltwitch.com, and the YouTube video will be uploaded within the next couple of days. We'll be seeing you soon, though. Thanks so much.
No. Okay.
Oh, do you want the hashtag guest?
Is there
whatever?
a hashtag guest?
Oh,
The hashtag guest, I'm just going to say, look, my birthday was on this past Thursday. I still want guest gifts.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
I'm going to need you guys to just tweet out. Let me know that if you've managed to purchase or played Exalted, or if this inspired you at all to play, we'd love to hear it. Until then, guys, see you later.